Beavis and Butthead are not real. They are stupid cartoon people completely made up by this Texas guy who we hardly even know. Beavis and Butthead are dumb, crude, thoughtless, ugly, sexist, self-destructive fools. But for some reason, the little wiener heads make us laugh.
That was a glitchy ass intro. I am just Paul. I almost kind of feel like I need to redo that intro. Shorter stream and the last one with Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Yeah, so today's going to be a shorter stream. We're going to be doing Danganronpa. Goodbye Despair. And yeah. So I'm actually still sending out my notifications right now. I'm happy with all that. So yeah, I actually kind of forgot that I was gonna stream today. So yeah, that just happened. And well, yeah, I kind of forgot it was Saturday already. So because of that, here we are. So I do apologize. I meant to do more of a 24-hour notice, but I just kind of forgot yesterday. And then I was up at around like 1 or 12, and I was like, wait, what day is it today? And then I look, oh, it's Friday. I said I was going to stream on Friday. So, yeah, just in case if you don't know, today, well, basically it's going to be a 4-day weekend for me. Today, we're going to be doing Danganronpa. Chances are I'm going to be doing Danganronpa throughout the entire weekend. Friday, today. Saturday, tomorrow. Sunday, and Monday, we're going to be doing all Danganronpa. Most likely, but if my voice gives out, and I can't... I just... My voice just cannot hold... then we're gonna have to change things up. I really want to hold off on doing Watch Dogs. I really want to hold off on that. I really want to get that started basically next month, if I can. So, I mean, I wouldn't mind doing it on the 1st, but at the same time, I want to make absolutely sure that we are good to go. I want to make sure I'm playing that game on September... What day? September 16. So there he is. I was just kind of talking about your birthday and all that stuff of what to come on the stream and everything in that nature. Normally I don't stream today, but... so basically, I forget how long ago... By the way, because he's here, because he's the greatest, and because I care about you guys. Hey, Hod, how you doing? Yeah, so today, gonna be doing Danganronpa. So, if you don't remember, a couple weeks back, my AC went out, and my entire room was just, like, incredibly hot. Like, it's hot alone with, like, 2 PCs going, but having 2 PCs in the middle of the summer, this room becomes the sun. It is 90 degrees, like, in here, with the sun down. Like, that's how hot it was. So, like, even just touching things in my room, like, I'm cooler than the things I'm touching, if that makes sense. Like, it never gets that hot. With AC coming in here, like, it's... everything becomes bearable. You know, I just need to pop open my door and it's like all that hot air just gets out and, you know, everything's like nice and circulated. So, yeah. With all that said, I believe I skipped 2 days, if I remember right, because AC is out. It could have been 1, but I decided to take a day off, just a little extra. So, today and Monday, I'm going to be doing some streams. Most likely the plan is just do Danganronpa this entire 4-day weekend. So that's the plan. And I kind of mentioned it at the end of last stream, which I did complete, Vampire the Masquerade. That was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. Yeah, so that's the reason why I'm streaming right now, and that is the reason why that I am going to be doing more streams. So, at least for this weekend. So, my 4-day weekend starts today, and we are going to be streaming 4 days starting today, and it's going to be Danganronpa is a plan, but sometimes reading games and stuff, I even get it with, like, Yakuza, but the thing about Yakuza, there's so much to do. You could do a mini game, you could, you know, do main story, and I could do that and I could relax my voice. I can't really do that in a reading game, you know? I can't really do that in a visual novel, so because of that, I gotta go with the game plan of all else fails. What I'm planning on doing, if my voice gives out and I just can't do Danganronpa, the play is to either do one of two things. Number one, we could try an alternative ending to Vampire Masquerade. The other one, start Watch Dogs 2. Now, as much as I want to go with Watch Dogs 2, we can do it, but like I was saying, as Han showed up, by the way, I see your message, I'll get to it. As Han showed up here, I just was in the middle of talking about I kind of want to save Watch Dogs 2, not necessarily on your birthday, but like in the month of, you know, so that, because I'm sure it's a long game, so there will be like plenty to do, and I want to make sure, like if I started on the first, awesome, but if we can't get the first and we start it sooner, basically, I know if I start the game, if I start Watch Dogs 2 in September, we should be good for your birthday. Like, that game should be all set to go for September 16th. However, if I have to play it a couple of days over this weekend, you know, I just want to make absolutely sure that we're set for September 16th. And why does this song make me feel like I need to be doing a podcast right now? By the way, we're still not doing a podcast. Reasons. That's, the podcast is still on hold, by the way. Where's my audio levels? There? Good enough. You mean Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines is over and you're finished, right? Basically. So yeah, we're moving on from Vampire Masquerade. Absolutely, 100%. However, because of my voice, I gotta do something to just kind of alleviate the pain and just kind of like, I need a game to like just do something besides talking. And if I did a game like Vampire Masquerade, if I did an alternate ending, because basically I went in with the idea of, well, if I have the key, surely I could have the choice of like open it or not open it. And it turns out there, regardless of what you do, it might end up being a case to where it's going to get open. It's just a matter of who opens it. So now knowing that, I think I want to take a crack at some alternate endings, maybe, but I just want to preserve Watch Dogs 2 is all. That's my main goal. So if I have to play Vampire Masquerade to just as a day or two, just to alleviate the pain in my throat from... Because I could get a sore throat from doing a bunch of talking. I've even did it with a couple of rants in the past. I've had it happen to where I was just in a tangent. Most likely it's like pro wrestling related. Like hell, even in today's title, I even referenced CM Punk and his shoes. I just recently discovered that apparently on his shoes, like he had AC and BW, and it could be referencing Adam Cole and Bray Wyatt, and I thought that was kind of awesome because everyone knows that those two... Sorry for going into a wrestling tangent a little bit here, but you know, it's just knowing that those guys are potentially going to be free agents and all that stuff. Like, as a wrestling fan, I got excited. So, like, I didn't know what to do for the title today, so I kind of went with that, because why not? But yeah, so for the most part, to answer Han's question here in chat, I believe I can even point at it if I'm good enough. So basically, the question right there, are we done with Vampire Masquerade? Yes. Gotta be moving on from that, but just for this one weekend, I might do an alternative ending. It depends on how good my voice holds up. But as a whole, the plan, yes, we're going to be moving away from Vampire. So, hopefully that answers the question. So yeah, it's just for this one weekend. it all depends on my voice and my throat. If I could deal with it, we're going to be doing Danganronpa. But if I can't, I need something to alleviate the pain. I kind of want to save Watch Dogs 2 for September. And yeah, so I think for maybe one day or so, we'll probably, for one last time, do Vampire. But for the most part, we are done with Vampire. So I hope that answers the question. But yeah, and with that, I'm actually kind of loaded up here, so I actually could. Let me mute the audio. I also need to check and see if my voice is good, because last time, I don't know what happened, but I need to unplug my stuff. At least that's what happened last time. It was weird. Okay. So I'm just checking my audio right now. Okay. I think we're good. So yeah, I think audio's good today. I did also check my. That's not the scene I want. There we go. That's the. I did also check my internet before I started today's stream. Looked good, so hopefully internet still is capable today. All else fails, I guess I'll try temporarily shutting off the chat PC, and hopefully we're good on that front. But I also do want to thank everybody for showing up for the Vampire Masquerade ending. I actually did not anticipate to actually finish it yesterday, or not. No, actually, it was yesterday, wasn't it? I finished it 5 a.m. my time. I just now realized. Yeah, I actually did finish it yesterday, didn't I? It was 5 in the morning. I actually thought about that before I started the stream. It feels like I did not. It feels like I was streaming yesterday, and then at some point I was like, wait a second, no, I actually did stream yesterday. It started at night, Wednesday, around 7 o'clock, and I kept going until like, what was it? I think it was like 5 in the morning. But yeah. Anyway. So actually, I kind of never took a day off. Isn't that grand? Anyway, let's fire up Danganronpa. Hopefully everything is set here. If I remember correctly, I could be wrong on this. I think... Excuse me. I think we completed the second class trial, and we should be checking out the fallout of the second class trial. That right there is good enough. So we should be seeing the fallout of the second class trial. I should also point out that real quick. I'm gonna mute the audio on this real fast. So for those that don't remember what happened last, so let's see. I'm going to try and restrain myself from talking about the first game, but so far in the second game, for those that don't remember, so our first class trial, Barakua wanted to do a big party to try and make sure to have like eyes on everybody and to make sure that no one gets killed, because we're on this island, we can't leave, and the only way to leave, we have to try and like kill each other essentially to the death. Every time when there's a death, there's usually one dead body and one perpetrator. We gotta look at the evidence and find who actually did it, and they are dubbed the Blackened. And essentially, we have to discover who the Blackened is. Once we discover them, we then do a class trial and put all the evidence out there and debate over who is the Blackened. If we get it right, the Blackened would then be executed, and the rest of the group continues on. And it's rinse repeat until I assume there's only one. And yeah, so that's essentially the game that we are doing. And we had one class trial, and Barakua was the first one that was killed, and we were able to determine what exactly happened. It turned out to be the chef, but the chef was actually kind of tampering with a potential other Blackened, and he thought he would actually be safe and wouldn't be dubbed the Blackened. But in fact, with the way the rules are set, regardless, if you kill somebody, you are the Blackened, and he didn't know that, and he probably regrets it. And so then when we saw that there was another Blackened, he's kind of crazy. We put him in, we actually gave him his own place and like handcuffed him, and would give him food from time to time, so that way he doesn't starve to death and die. Then the second class trial happened to be a photographer. I actually did kind of like her character a little bit, mostly because she worked very well with another character, Hiyoko, and it looked like Hiyoko may have been the one, but just knowing her backstory and everything, and like how she was acting to the photographer, I think her name was Mahiro, and like those two just connected so well, and it's like, why would she do that? So it seemed suspicious right off the bat. Then we discovered that there was a kind of like an assassin, Peko, I think was her name, and it turns out that she actually was kind of working with the Yakuza to a degree. There was a video game in the game that if we played it, it would tell us a whole story, and it's apparently based on real events that took place in the past, and the characters are essentially us. So it was all weird. I thought it was going to be like a case of like whatever you do in the game is going to reflect in real life, in real time. But apparently that's not the case. This is actually previous events, and the game is just basing the entire game on those previous events that apparently really did happen. And by playing that game, it gives us some insight as to kind of what went on with the case that we were investigating of Mahiro. We end up discovering that it was Peko, and Peko saw it as she's not a human being, that she's a tool, and it's actually it would actually be Fuyuhiko, I think is his name. And Fuyuhiko, he's basically Yakuza, and so I don't know, when you think about it, the true reasoning behind it was kind of very convoluted a little bit, but basically because she didn't see herself as a human being and that she was a tool to Fuyuhiko, that would in return, like, none of them are the Blackened, so. But in the end, it was Peko. We voted Peko. She made this statement that it's not, because she's not human, she's a tool, but she did do it, so... But, anyway, and Fuyuhiko tried to save Peko in the moment to where she was going to be executed, and apparently we saw him get dragged off by Monokuma, and I guess he's going to the hospital. So, yeah, that's kind of where we're at with the game. So, just wanted to say that real fast, just to get everyone caught up. And we should be right here. So this should be the fallout of day 2. I was going to say, what's up with the audio there? So this should be the fallout of the second class trial. Or chapter 2. No one's here, right? Oh, it's late at night. Hiyoko. Nice. Let me turn up the audio just a little bit more. Man, I can totally see it now. Those idiots. I can't wait to see the surprise look on their dumb faces. Are you talking to us, or is this just you, like, scheming, and us, the viewer, is seeing what's going on? I have no idea what's going on here. I guess we'll find out. But they'll probably be happy about it. They'll probably be very, very happy. Alrighty.
Ahem! Hope's Peak Academy School Trip Executive Committee has an announcement to make. Good morning, everyone! Looks like today is going to be another perfect tropical day! Now then, let's show some enthusiasm and make sure to give it our all today!
Oh, morning. Also, I probably need to put that cam elsewhere. Something like that. Sure, why not? Anyway, I'm going to go without it for a little bit. In the end, I was so worried about Fuyuhiko that I couldn't sleep. Yeah, so now it's breaking down of, like, what happened last. Involving himself in Pico's execution like that, suffering all those wounds. Also, I should probably turn down the audio because we're not getting much dialogue here. Is he really going to live? And was it really okay to leave him in Monokuma's care? Because can we really trust that bear? No, we can't. Worry has consumed my heart. My body feels terribly burdened. But that worry ends here. There's no way I can just lie here and do nothing. Loosening my stiff body, I slowly sat up in bed. I guess I should head over to the restaurant. That's right. Just do it. I should meet up with everyone at the restaurant first, and then they'll question Monokuma forward. I'm definitely going to find out if Fuyuhiko is safe or not. Is it the morning? Because if it's morning, I think we're good. Like... But what was that at night with, Oh, Miss Sonia. Good morning, Sonia.
Huh?
Hajime.
You insolent fool!
Get back. Who do you think I am? Nani?
I am sorry.
That was unintentional. Is it okay? Please be your usual self. Yeah? That was close. I was really going to kneel before her? I'm terribly sorry. I was so worried about Fuyuhiko that I could not sleep at all. That must be why my face looks terrible. I was just so embarrassed to be seen like this.
I am ashamed.
I shall go wash my face and come back one more time. Now then, ta-ta. She looks like she normally does. But just as I thought, Sonia and I were worrying about the same thing. Is Fuyuhiko really okay? Should we really care about this man because he is Yakuza? And then at some point, I need to buy more crap, so that way we have more presents and stuff. Want to talk? The gamer! Good morning, Chiaki.
Hey.
Yeah, good morning. You're up earlier than usual. Yeah, I couldn't really stay put and do nothing. I see. Gaming as usual. No, I have a slight feeling she's deliberately concentrating on her game. Like she's trying to keep her sadness from showing by being completely focused in gaming. Or is it just me? Sometimes that just happens. You got something that weighs heavy on your mind. Playing a game might try and take your mind off of it. What's going on? Hajime, you are already here. Hiyako, you are the only one here. What are you acting so anxious about? Not acting anxious, I just happen to be awake by coincidence, so I just came here early. I see. This girl, there's something strange. Is she trying to pull some kind of dirty trick again? What the hell is this? What the heck is this? Looks like it's pictures from the dinner party. But there's a few others I can't quite tell. Why, though? A panel has propped up. It's giving off a dreadful, unsettling vibe. There's a bunch of photos pasted all over it. Didn't Mahiru take these photos? But what's with this terrifying ambiance?
Yay!
What's this? What an adorable decoration. Oh, God. I swear, you listen to death metal, don't you? I don't know who did it, but they must have spent so much time and effort doing their best to make it. Gee, I wonder who that is. Mahiru's gonna be happy too. Oh God, does she even accept the fact that she's no longer living? I don't know who did this, but we should be grateful to them, right? Hey, Hiyoko, did you...
Hello?
Good morning. It's so rare to run into you two here. What are you looking at? Don't look. What are these? These terrifying photos. I expected that reaction. Yo, what happened? Everyone's just coming in one after another. What's up? What's up? Is it a brawl? Oh, she just wants to fight. Huh? Yo, what's all of this ruckus in the morning? This is bad. This is bad. Please take a look. Those photos. Huh? Photos? Whoa. What the heck?
Hey!
We might get dialogue here? I'm not sure. I'm gonna turn up the audio just a little bit. What kind of ominous crap is this? Is this like something you use for sorcery? This is clearly an insult against Mahiru.
Damn it.
I don't know who the hell did this crap, but they've got a lot of nerve. This is too much to actually treat Mahiru's photos like this. And she wants it that way, right? Everyone, I understood how you guys feel, but it's probably...
Good day.
Good morning, everyone.
Good nom-nom-nomming!
Oh, the Malkavian just showed up. Perfect. What's with those nasty photos? They are giving me a crazy, huge, ominous aura.
Something like this.
This is no excuse. This is too terrible. How could someone be capable of such a heartless trick? No, seriously, it's just...
Hey!
I know, right? Seriously, it's just the worst. Jeez, I wonder who the hell did it. It was you, wasn't it? Huh? You're right. There's no way Mahiru will be happy with this. You were just saying the exact opposite just a few minutes ago. She won't just be unhappy. I'm sure she'll be so angry she'll cry tears of blood. Man, who the hell did this?
No!
No, we'll have to search for the criminal later. In the meantime, is this another investigation? Fire. Start the fire. We'll have to grand bonfire so Mahiru can reach Nirvana? Seriously, this is...
Hold it.
You can't. What? Someone took their time to make this memorial, so we can mourn for Mahiru. You can't burn it. Mourn Mahiru? Huh?
What the heck?
You sure it's not the other way around? I'm pretty sure whoever made this is totally disrespecting Mahiru.
You think so?
Really? I think it's just a little clumsy.
See?
Why don't you take a closer look at the intent instead of the focusing on appearances?
Perhaps.
I'm guessing it's the photos themselves tell a story. Despite their clumsiness, I'm sure whoever made this probably did their very best. If you look at it carefully, don't you feel like you can sense their feelings? Mahiru's not alone. She'll be with us now and forever. This was probably made with those feelings.
Right?
I mean, like, to some degree, I kind of see where you're going with it, but at the same time, I feel like we need to get rid of everything but keep the photos. Does that sound like a good 50-50? Can we get rid of the skulls, right? And then, like, keep the photos? You know? We'll even keep the fire. We'll even keep, all the candles going, all that would be fine. But the, whatchamacallit? The skulls. Get rid of the skulls. So, I definitely think, yep, it's a nice decoration.
I see.
After hearing you say that, I'm starting to feel the same thing. You sure are simple-minded. I don't really want to burn it. You are just all over the place. You don't know what to think or feel.
Huh? It cannot be.
Was the person who made this? Mahiru was really, really nice. She politely taught me how to tie my kimono. She was really good at taking care of others. Mahiru's probably lonely by herself, so I wanted to tell her that she's not alone, even if she's in heaven. Hiyako, you... I did want to make it look better, but unless I'm dancing, I'm so clumsy at whatever I do. She is such a kid. I'm sorry.
I am sorry.
I'm terribly sorry I spoke out of turn without considering your feelings at all. Sorry, Hiyako.
I'm sorry.
Well...
How should I put this? It looks like we misunderstood. I am still standing firm on the skull part. We could keep everything else, but the skulls. Now that I take a closer look, it looks like you put a lot of thought into the decorations.
For now.
So let's keep this thing around until we get off this island.
No.
No, it should come with us when we get off this island, too. What? It would be a waste to leave behind such wonderful photos. I'm fine with the physical photos, but are we taking the skulls with us? That's the question I'm saying. So we're not gonna burn it?
Impossible!
Of course not. We would never burn it. You were the guy that suggested it.
You.
Weren't you the one who started shouting that?
I got it.
Fine. Then I'll forgive you all, except... me, Ken, of course. You came so close. You came so... Why? You just want to torture Meat Can, don't you? Why? Why are you so strict with me?
I see, I see.
Man, it's so unexpected.
Meow.
I really can't imagine Hiyoko being so diligent and earnest about something. Who cares about that? Hiyoko has a very kind heart.
That's not it.
Kind? Oh, come on. It's not like that.
Jeez.
Stop it already! You don't have to be embarrassed.
Stop it.
Seriously, stop it. Don't tease me. Hiyoko is so adorable when she's embarrassed. Of course! Shut the fuck up, you pig-faced troll.
Why only me?
Apparently only you. At any rate, I hope this is finally settled now. It's very like you guys to settle things like this. Really. It feels like we made such a huge fuss about it and finally settled things. That's just like you guys.
Well,
Little by little, we are trying to understand and find the good in each other. That's the reason why we can move forward without feeling despair toward our situation.
yep.
You guys are all splendid. Splendid, huh?
This body is uncooperative.
I have arrived. Apologies for the wait.
What?
He opposes this, right? What the? What is this object that is releasing such a foul aura?
Impossible!
The malice clings to Mahiru even after her death. We will be sucked in if we look directly at it.
You're the worst.
Shouldn't you be tied up? Is this a very hopeless object? It doesn't belong in a hopeful place like this at all. It's absolutely brimming with malice. Let's just hurry up and destroy it. I can't stand to look at it even for 1 second.
I'll destroy you!
Stand aside. I shall shatter this barbaric, blasphemous, false idol to pieces. Oh yeah, she's gonna cry again. Called it! Now that those two are here, do you still think we are splendid? Looks like it's gonna take a little more time. Perhaps they should be here during that conversation we just had? I completely agree. The scene unfolded in front of me was so embarrassing, all I could do was sigh. But at least it was a peaceful scene. Or was it? However, we didn't realize just how short-lived this peace would be. Even though we were finally bonding, a situation was brewing. Like a huge fracture running between us all. And that would be the trigger for a truly horrible and atrocious incident. Not just for me, but for every single one of us. We just hadn't realized it yet. Phew, I'm stuffed. I couldn't eat another bite.
Hey,
Man, you sure do eat a lot. Don't you even worry about, like, choking?
Yo,
Oh, she's like me, just swallows. Perfect. We could get along. I never get worried. You don't? Wait. What about Fuyuhiko? Is he really alright? I was so concerned I could not sleep at all last night.
Huh?
Plus, if his fate is in Monokuma's paws, I'm even more concerned. If I only could have attended to his wounds somehow, I wish I wasn't so useless. Well, I don't think you guys should worry about it.
you...
Do you just forget everything that happens when you eat?
All right.
Now that I've got a belly full of food, I'm all set. I'm guessing you're looking for the big guy to fight? So,
I'll show you my serious side.
leave the rest to me. I'll question Monokuma and avenge Fuyuhiko. Technically, he could still be alive.
That's obviously wrong.
Avenge? He's not even dead.
Sheesh.
What vengeance? You just want to test your skill. You know what to do, man. Mikamaru? Attack. Well, yeah. She flat out admitted it.
Hello.
What are you doing here? Okay, everyone. Can I have your attention, please? Why?
Meaningless.
Oh, it's you, Monami. What do you want?
Jeez.
Man, the fun mood's over now, thanks to you. Did I just ruin the mood? Geez, don't treat me so harshly. I did my very best today, too. Who the hell are you? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Something important, so go away? Sorry.
Stop it.
Wait, no. I definitely don't want to be treated like an outsider. Just what do you want? What do you mean by I did my very best? You finally asked.
Hey.
Once again, I've defeated another Mono Beast. How do you like me now? I worked hard, didn't I? I don't think you fought them off. I think they just ran away, and you're trying to take the credit. Because if you were that good, why can't you just defeat them all in one day? Why is it spontaneously after... whatever. Fine, you did something. Get out of here.
Hey,
You've defeated a Mono Beast. That means...
Ding, ding, ding,
That's right, you are now able to visit yet another island. So let's all live happily ever after with each other this time, okay? No more getting tricked by Monokuma. No more thinking about leaving this island.
Love, love.
Let's all live together peacefully as best friends. Not with you, Rabbit. A new island, huh? Maybe now we'll finally find it. A way to get off the island and go home. No, that's the only thing we have. That's our one and only hope. Are you guys thinking about leaving the island even though I said not to?
Do you have a minute?
More importantly, Monami, what happened to Fuyuhiko? Huh? Fuyuhiko? You see, I don't really know.
I won't be fooled.
Miss Sonia, can't you see it's a waste of time asking her? In the end, she's just Monokuma's ally.
You fiend.
you are also part of the mysterious World Ender organization, aren't you?
Hey!
That's the organization that brought us to this island, right? Since you are the one who brought us to this island, that's gonna be it. I don't know if you are a rabbit or a pig. Why do you always like to go right to pigs? Do you like ham? But just what are you planning? This is a great opportunity. It's time you finally filled us in. What a dilemma, but that's the one thing I can't say.
Bye-bye!
Surely this is a tragedy of middle management.
Hold on a sec!
Whip her ass, Ibuki. She ran away again. She's always like this when things get inconvenient for her.
Well,
Oh well, who cares about Monami? More importantly, she mentioned a new island. What should we do? Tie you up.
However,
I do not think we should be exploring when Fuyuhiko is in danger.
hey,
But we must move forward no matter what despair stands in our way. That's what hope should be. What hope you always say that just before you lead us into a trap.
there's something wrong with you.
You are seriously just as annoying as Monokuma.
Hey, hey!
I'm also worried about Fuyuhiko, but is it really okay if we just stay here and do nothing? Isn't it better if we do what we can? What we can, huh? She's right. Let's try and find a way off the island before he comes back.
you are right.
You are right. Fuyuhiko will not recover any faster if we stand around and do nothing. I agree with Miss Sonia.
All right.
And it's decided. Let's explore and search for a new hope.
Wait.
So, wouldn't it be faster to just beat up the rest of the Mono Beasts and search all the islands in one go?
Leave it to me.
If that strange-looking rabbit can defeat one, it shouldn't be easy for us. It should be easy for us too.
Hold on.
Don't think about doing anything reckless. Anyway, let's begin. Let's open the way to a hope-filled future with our very own hands. I want to go back to tying him up. After all of that, I feel like we are doing exactly what Nagito wants us to do. In order to prepare for exploring the new island, we left the restaurant. Okay, I just wanted to look around real fast, see if, Just want to look around real fast, see if there's anyone near us. I don't know if it's going to be a case to where we have to do something right now. I want to go to the beach and, get some presents. I want to get more presents. Oh, come on, game. Okay, so we probably can't get more presents. Great! Perfect! Absolutely zero reason to go to the airport. I want to go here to the beach, but we probably can't be able to do it. Also, I should probably turn on some of my music right now. Yeah, of course. That's where I wanted to go, but I can't. We gotta go to the new island. I still feel like the last island, we didn't fully explore it. Also, 1 second. Kind of listening to my music right now, but something feels off. I need to check something. Okay. No, I guess it is fun. I have like a equalizer to like make sure that the audio is like properly coming through. But I was like, wait, it kind of sounds odd. It might be the song itself. A little bit of a country song, so there's a little bit more bass. Well, I want it to have more bass, but there's just naturally no bass. Johnny Cash. And I think we opened up the third island, right? Or is it the second island?
Oh.
Oh god, she's gonna fight one of the Mona Beasts. I want to go through, but I think I want to come back to this. Is she actually trying to fight one of the Mona Beasts? I'm gonna actually head over and see if... Well, there's one of the Mona Beasts. But I don't see Akane. I'm guessing she would have fought that one, right? Or no? Oh, there's another one, so... I'm gonna see if Akane's around here trying to fight some beasts. Cause I think she would probably do it. Oh, Aldius. Japanese metal band, I love them. Man, that despair just went up instantly. God damn. How did that despair just instantly just go through the roof like that? Seriously. Take these presents and have hope. Bam. Okay, so now we're back to the first one. Let's head back. CM Punk is a mega troll. I know, right? dude is like always, dude. He completely like name dropped like fucking. He completely name dropped Danielson, whatever you want to call him. I don't know if he well, I guess it's naturally assumed he naturally went back to Bryan Danielson. But I actually saw that on Twitter. It was like, I remember seeing the show. I don't remember seeing anything of BW and like AC on his shoes. And then I saw it on Twitter. I was like, no, did he really? It makes me want to go back and watch those shows and see if I could get any shots of the feet and see if I could see it for myself. What a small fucking subtlety on the shoes. Yeah, I've been hearing Impact's kind of interested in Bray Wyatt, and oh yeah, that's one awesome thing that I did here is, so Adam Cole, he I'll read this in a minute. It don't matter. Adam Cole, his contract extension, actually does not have a non-compete. So technically, Adam Cole, if he wanted to, I'm pretty sure his ties are completely cut with WWE. If he did not negotiate, he technically can show up today. And it's kind of interesting that we have both SmackDown and Rampage today. So it's very possible that Adam Cole might show up either on SmackDown or NXT. But if I have to guess from what I've been hearing, I think he's favoring, actually favoring, wait, did I say NXT? I meant WWE and AEW. But from what I could tell, I think Adam Cole might go to AEW. And the reason why is because his wife is there and the Bucks. What did you think of Dynamite? I thought it was terrible. It wasn't the best show. I heard a few things, actually. I recently discovered that this week on Dynamite, Gangrel was supposed to show up, but it was ruined because apparently in WWE, and I seen it on SummerSlam, Edge did like a whole Brood entrance, which I loved until he shit on it and he just did his normal entrance. But when I saw the shades and I saw the overcoat, I heard the song, he came up, he got the fire, oh my god, my teenage self was just, oh yes, give me more please. I love the idea that Edge, like, at his, like, most evil, is supposed to be, like, the Brood. That is awesome. I love, nice, subtle callback. But because of that entrance and everything else, Gangrel did not show up on Dynamite this week. So, apparently, in AEW, they had Gangrel set to appear, but because Edge did the entrance and everything, they called it off. So, yeah. Whatever. Yeah, but Dynamite was not that great. It basically was, the highlight was, I did, the opening match was okay for what it was. Matt Hardy versus Orange Cassidy. Just showing off how good those two are. But it wasn't the greatest show. And the other highlight being CM Punk. That was pretty much it. Adam Cole probably didn't show up on Rampage because it was pre-taped. I actually don't know if they are pre-taped or not. It probably is, but regardless, I love the idea that basically tomorrow or whenever he wants to, Adam Cole could basically show up in any show that he wants, like essentially very, very soon, because he does not have a non-compete. And I thought I heard WWE, they really want to keep him, but it's a case of, you can't always choose the people you want to stay. And another hint that Adam Cole is kind of out of WWE is he still does his Twitch show thing, which they have like Selena Vega. She came back and she's no longer doing Twitch. I think AJ Styles, he's no longer doing Twitch. Everyone's pissed off about that. Everyone should, because some people love video games, like your boy here. And so I could see. So because he's doing the Twitch, if he's no longer doing it, then that would be a sign that he's signed with WWE. But because he's able to do it, means he's kind of not under contract. So, because basically his contract extension was a handshake agreement, so they were a little bit more lenient, and that's the reason why there's a non-compete, because like that's part of the handshake agreement is like, hey, I get the contract extension, but technically I don't have to oblige by all the major rules, and because basically I kind of already did my non-compete like a long time ago, but handshake agreement. So for my knowledge, Rampage is pre-taped sometimes. And it probably would be, just for time restraint. And I thought I heard there was, depending on if the COVID cases start spiking again, they might have to call off some of the sporting events. And, of course, AEW and WWE would obviously be affected, and they would have to slow down on shows, and they would have to go back to AEW will have to go back to Daly's Place, and of course they would have to bring back the Thunderdome. So yeah, it's understandable. And I know this episode is pre-taped, and it probably is, but yeah, in the end, I'm just like incredibly excited to just see like how things just turn out, because Jesus Christ, there's like, surely I'm not the only one that thought of this. For as many people that is being released from WWE, God, I just feel like someone's just gonna recreate the Radicals. I feel like someone's gonna do it. I think someone is gonna show up in AEW, and it's going to be 4 guys, and they're just going to sit in the front row, and they're going to try and recreate exactly like how the Radicals did, is they left WCW to WWE, they sat in the front row, and everyone's like, oh my God, it's the Radicals. I anticipate it's going to happen. I just don't know who the 4 people are. I would love to see like all 4 people be like close friends and pull it off. But given the circumstances, I don't know who would be the 4. That would be like, because that was kind of like the thing with the Radicals is IRL, Perry Saturn, Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, and Dean Malenko were all close friends. And I don't know who in WWE that was released that would be like close enough to like have that same level of friendship. But seeing as many people left, like I completely can see a recreation of the Radicals. Most likely, if they were to do it, I could see a complete and utter downfall with Kenny Omega, because there's signs on Being the Elite that Kenny Omega is not himself. And because, like, on Being the Elite, they always show off, like, their shoes and everything. And I did thought it was kind of awesome that Matt Jackson actually dressed in full outfit, outfit that Michael Jordan even wore. So I thought that was kind of a little awesome. And he even wore that same outfit when he was watching one of the tag team matches. I think it was the first one. I forget who it was. This week it was Lucha Bros and the Varsity Blondes. And I think it was the last whoever Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy went up against. Because I remember they were in the crowd for this week, and I'm trying to think last week. But yeah, but the one thing that I can see is if they try and recreate the Radicals, I'm thinking what would have to happen is Kenny Omega would have to lose all of his belts, and the Young Bucks would have to lose their tag titles, and they're going to do a wink, wink, nudge, nudge, we're going to WWE. They're going to take photos of themselves being in Florida, maybe right outside the Performance Center or Full Sail University. Hey, look where we're going. And they try and do everything they possibly can to say, hey, we're going to WWE. And then they don't show up for like an entire month. And then Adam Cole, the Young Bucks, and Kenny Omega all show up at a random Rampage or Dynamite, and they just recreate the Radicals. That would be like the closest thing that I could think of to it happening if someone does it. Because they are very close, they're real tight, and that would be the best bet. But yeah, it's seeing all the names that are coming out, it's like, God, if there's ever a time to be excited for pro wrestling, like right now's the time. And oh God, I really, like, everything's just completely exciting right now. There's a lot of faces getting out of contracts, a lot of big time talent. Like there has been, you have former world champions like just being released, and oh yeah, I also thought I heard that Buddy Murphy and Braun Strowman are possibly going to Impact Wrestling, which those two in Impact I think just work. I could completely see those guys going to Impact and putting on some good matches over there. I think those guys are a perfect fit for Impact. Because, like, when it comes to booking and everything else and the kind of type of people that they want, Impact Wrestling is like WWE, but better. Because, like, they have, like, a really good, awesome talent, and they actually have an emphasis on the smaller guys, which WWE does not. They even built like an entire, I mean, it's where AJ Styles got known in it, and Frankie Kazarian. So Buddy Murphy, he would fit in pretty nicely. They also do like to have the occasional big guy. They right now have former Big Kaz, now what's his name? W. Morrissey, I think he's what he's going as now. So, like, seeing somebody like W. Morrissey going up against Braun Strowman, that would probably be a banger match. Or him against another really good wrestler would be Moose. Strowman versus Moose, that would also be like a really good match. Yeah, there's like so many possibilities over there. So hopefully it gets a little bit of buzz from Impact and people start watching Impact. However, Bray Wyatt could also fit pretty nicely. I remember seeing somebody post something on Twitter to where it was like, it kind of works if you could get like what's her name? Sue Young, I think is her name. She has like a very dark theme character. I don't think she does it anymore though, but she would actually, I think a lot of people booked her as being like the Sister Abigail. When everyone thinks of like Sister Abigail, you're essentially thinking of the quintessential Sue Young. And like that could work if they, but Sue Young, she's kind of doing like a suit character and she doesn't know who she is. So it's one of those things to where she would kind of need to go back to that Sue Young character. And I think that's the whole reason why she's doing her suit character, is so that way she could kind of do something else. And that way people would kind of almost forget about Sue Young. And then when she brings back Sue Young, it's going to create a huge pop, big reaction. And it's one of those things to where if it were under WWE hands, they would just go with this new character completely, and they would legit just forget about Sue Young. But in Impact, they're doing the new character, so that way they could have that re-return in a big pop. That's the WWE and Impact Wrestling booking. What do you think of the card for All Out? I mean, you can't really go too wrong with some of the matches, because like, oh right, I was actually about to say the Young Bucks match, but hold on, the Young Bucks match is not necessarily confirmed yet. Lucha Bros got to go up against Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy, and that match is, I'm guessing, either supposed to be, if it's not tonight, it's gonna be for Wednesday, and that's gonna decipher the main event on All Out. But regardless who wins, you're looking at Jurassic Express or Lucha Brothers. That is going to be a banger match. It's going to be a banger match regardless of who it is, because I think if it ends up being Jungle Boy, I think Jungle Boy might actually get his first championship win in AEW, and first major championship win in AEW. I remember saying this, like, Jungle Boy is so good, but he could never capitalize. And I think, like, he could always win the tournament, he could always become #1 contender, but he somehow is not able to capitalize. Something always falls apart and it falls through. However, if he gets this win, it's going to give him that nudge that he's gonna need to, like, hey, look, he actually won a championship. He actually, and I think by having him give him this win, it's gonna help Jungle Boy big. So it's very possible that Jungle Boy might end up going over. But even if it's not, you still have the Lucha Bros, which Ray Felix should be a world champion by now. I'm just saying. That guy is super talented. That guy is super, super talented. I know who the Young Bucks are facing since it's pre-taped. Oh, really? So, like, someone on Twitter, like, already posted, like, who they're going up against? Either way, I mean, it's either Lucha Bros or Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy, so either way, it's still going to be a banger match, regardless who it is, because Ray Felix is just freaking awesome, and even if it's not Ray Felix and Lucha Bros, it's, Cage Match is my source. Wait, Cage Match? For some reason, there was one other place that I thought of, and then I was like, wait, no. But yeah, Cage Match. Yeah, I think Cage Match might be a reliable source. If it's the same Cage Match I'm thinking of. Which, yeah, if it's from Cage Match, if it's the same Cage Match I'm thinking of, yeah, it's probably going to be a reliable source. So, either way, because, like, my sources that I go to for pro wrestling news would be Sean Ross Sapp from Fightful Select, or sometimes they're hit and miss, but sometimes they do get some news. What Culture Wrestling does. They would have rumors that would trickle in, but most of the time they would have, like, reliable sources. And then, of course, Dave Meltzer is always, like, a good classic to just kind of, like, go to if you can't find a good source elsewhere. However, though, I have been hearing that a lot of people have been saying that he's kind of been mostly favoring AEW guys over WWE, and it's one of those things to where it's like Meltzer's the Jim Cornette for AEW, and Jim Cornette is kind of like the I guess he would favor more of the WWE guys, so I go to Cage Match to see the cards and ratings. Yeah, it's if it's the same Cage Match I'm thinking of, they would be pretty reliable. But yeah, but usually, I don't really go. I never really look at ratings all that often, that much. Jim Cornette hates everything. When it's the stuff that we like, yeah, he's gonna hate it. I actually had an argument with a guy on Twitter, and he was telling me, oh, but Jim Cornette likes Darby Allin. And my first thought was, are you kidding me? How many times have we heard Jim Cornette say he hates hardcore wrestling? He said it multiple times. I know he hates hardcore wrestling. And this guy on Twitter was saying, no, but he likes Darby Allin. Sure he does. If he doesn't do the hardcore stuff, that I can see happening. And I did look it up, and it turns out Jim does like Darby Allin, but he prefers the more in-ring stuff. When he does his in-ring stuff, he's fine. He likes Darby Allin. But the thing about Jim Cornette, and I know this, he hates everything else about Darby Allin. He doesn't like the hardcore stuff. So anytime to where he does hardcore wrestling, he doesn't like it. His promos, he's not going to like any of his promos because he's lighting stuff on fire. He's jumping off of stuff. And it's everything that Jim Cornette is going to hate. So if you ever watch Jim Cornette or listen to what he has to say about Darby Allin, you will notice that he would compliment Darby Allin when it comes to strictly his in-ring stuff. And the best example I could give, and Jim Cornette doesn't like tope suicidas, or otherwise known as a suicide dive. But when it comes to Darby Allin, and I will agree with Jim Cornette on this, and Jim Cornette has said this, he likes how Darby Allin does a tope because he does it like he's trying to genuinely try to hurt you. And on an occasion, you would even see Darby Allin not go for a tope, but he would go for a lope. He would actually, it's almost like a baseball slide, but he's going in head first. And he's just like a wrecking ball, and he just goes in, just, he looks like he's actually trying to hurt you. And that's the thing that Jim Cornette likes from Darby Allin. Jim Cornette likes stuff to look real, feel real. He wants to see actual grudge matches. And when you see some of the moves that Darby Allin does, he shows off that, you know, he kind of has the look and attitude like he wants to actually try and hurt somebody. It's just he might use his body in the process to try and hurt you. Coffin drop here. Even if no one is there to land on, he's still going to do a coffin drop to the outside with no padding. And the guy moved a long time ago, and he just said, fuck it. So, yeah. That's the thing about Jim Cornette, is he likes things to look real, and when you focus on just the in-ring ability, he does like Darby Allin. But for some reason, this one guy on Twitter was like ignoring the one thing I kept saying. What about the hardcore stuff? Because I know Jim doesn't like it. And yeah, so. But that's basically the gist of when it comes to Dave Meltzer and Jim Cornette. Jim Cornette, he would favor more WWE. He would be into Charlotte. He would be into Roman Reigns. He would be into like those kind of type of wrestlers, but everyone else would be like hit and miss. There might be things that he might like from Sami Zayn. There might be things he might like, Jim Cornette might like from, say, Kevin Owens, but I don't see a whole lot of people like going for those guys a whole lot, mostly because they're all in WWE, and it's like, we know that they're good, but they're always going to be watered down because they're in WWE, and so pain. But if those guys were elsewhere and you saw them in Ring of Honor or something, like, they're going to put on banger matches, and they're going to make you give a shit, and that's when people are going to start liking Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens and all of them. But of course, Jim Cornette, he likes the watered down stuff because it's not corny. And the guy, and I think people actually call him that. I think they actually call him corny, and it's like, oh god, it is kind of in your name, dude. So anyway, but yeah, Jim, there are some things he does like, but he doesn't like all the things that we like. And yeah, and the thing with Meltzer is he's like really big fans of kind of more the Young Bucks. And so if you ever see on Twitter, you would probably see like people that are just at Dave Meltzer's throat for saying stuff or another, to where I think that's the reason why a lot of people kind of, it's actually kind of weird. I think over the weekend or so, or the past couple of weeks, so Jim Cornette actually praised AEW for the CM Punk debut on Rampage. He said it was so good that, and I heard this from a friend, because I refuse to watch Jim Cornette because he hates everything. But a friend of mine, he actually, all right, I'll see what's up. And according to my friend, he saw it, and he said that what AEW did, they did it way better than what I would have done. So he gave a lot of praise to AEW and how they debuted CM Punk, which it was a really good debut because the crowd was so loud and just hot for him. I actually found it difficult to tell. Is that called a personality? It sounds like okay, it is called a personality, but my God, the crowd is so loud for them. So loud for this guy, I can't hear his song. Maybe it was by design. They purposely lowered it so that way, you know, it would be more robust to have that loud crowd noise. But it was a damn fine debut from what I saw. I just didn't know. I just thought Jim was just gonna shit all over it. I knew it was big when he just sat down in the middle of the ring. That got a pop from the crowd, and I was like, "Oh God!" So, but yeah, apparently Jim Cornette, he actually did praise AEW for the debut, and everyone on Twitter was like, "Oh my God, Jim Cornette actually saying that AEW did something good. What the hell's happening?" And then, and I saw this match too, NXT. What's his name? Ilya Dragunov versus Walter. Oh, Jesus Christ. Those guys had a banger fucking match. Oh, it was so good. And apparently, because Dave Meltzer doesn't give high ratings to WWE, and everyone marked out when I think Dave Meltzer gave it like a 5 point, gave it 5 stars and like 1/4 or something like that. Like a 5.25 or something like that. I forget what it was, but it was like over 5 stars. And he normally doesn't do that for really good matches for WWE. And so everyone on that hates Meltzer, possibly Jim Cornette fans, and you're like, oh my God, he broke his rating for this match against Ilya Dragunov and Walter. It's a fucking good match. I don't know what anyone else saw, but damn, that was a damn good match. Matches like that make me think NXT and WWE are complete. I know, right? Because that match was so good. Dude, I remember talking to a friend about this. Like, dude, on Saturday, like, why is SummerSlam on Saturday? They always go Sunday. What the hell? And then my friend, without missing a beat, he was like, well, yeah, you put the better show on Sunday. And he was right. The better show was on Sunday. SummerSlam, they did a whole, oh God, they buried, okay, I need to resist myself. They did, if it was anybody else, it wouldn't be as bad, but I know Bianca Belair, she had her WrestleMania moment. She was in the main event of, like, it was like day 1 or day 2, I forget when it was. They did such a good job of building her up, and she is such a phenomenal wrestler, so good, and you see it in her strength. She's just very, very talented. And then here comes Carmella. Apparently, Sasha Banks was supposed to show up, but they couldn't get her, so they got Carmella. She came out, and then they did the whole Becky Lynch thing, and then she beat up Carmella. Then they did the match. They go for a handshake, punch to the face, does a rock bottom, and show's over. And apparently, I heard that it was Becky Lynch's idea to turn heel. And my first thought was, no. Second, if it was her idea, I hope it wasn't her idea to do a match within 2 punches or 2 moves and like end Bianca Belair. If it was anybody else, it would be fine. The better way to do it, have a good back and forth. You know, you could have Becky Lynch cheat to win. That would be like the heel status. There's so many ways you could have done that way better. And it was, oh God, great reaction. And I think, I forget who I was watching. I was watching somebody. And their response was exactly like mine. Oh, dude, Becky Lynch is back. So good. And it immediately went away after that 3 count. And it was like, you just shit on the goddamn return so bad. Oh God. And I'm Becky Lynch probably deserved the title. Becky Lynch probably deserved the title, but could it be anything different than what we got? Please. Oh God. But there you go. Because like, hey, great reaction, terrible fucking match if you could even call it a match. And then whatever, it's the Saturday show. Fuck it. You put the better show on Sunday and you have Elian fucking Dragunov and goddamn Walter just tear the fucking house down. That was such a banger match. And yeah, there you go. There you go. Also, Dave Meltzer gave Tyler Bate and Walter 5.25 star too. I wouldn't be surprised. I've seen work from Tyler. I don't think I've seen that match in particular, but I mean, it's really hard to not get a good match out of Walter, or it's really hard to get like a bad match out of Walter, and it's really hard to probably get a bad match out of Tyler Bate as well, because they're just so freaking talented. But yeah, I agree to 100% with that statement of like, there's just times where NXT just feels completely different from WWE. And I just want to say, like, between WWE and NXT is just so much better on everything. I still feel like that needs to be on the main roster, and whatever the hell the main roster is doing, get rid of all of it, dump everything, and just, oh God, it's terrible. It's terrible. But the problem is, somehow WWE fans are trained to like think a certain way, like certain stuff, and sometimes, God, and what the fuck did they do to Karrion Kross? They made him into like this bondage kind of type of guy. It's like everyone was shitting all over that God atrocity. Oh God, the whole Karrion Kross thing. I was cracking up laughing though. Some of the shit that I came across on Twitter, it was so funny though. I mean, it's one of those things. I love Karrion Kross when he's with what's her name? Scarlett Bordeaux. That version is really good. I absolutely love it, 100%. But without Scarlett, Karrion Kross is kind of nothing. That aura that was there is just non-existent. And then all of a sudden he's like doing this, I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Someone was saying what was one of the jokes that I came across? Karrion Kross is found Demolition's gear and they want their stuff back. Stuff like that. I was like, oh God, it really does come off a little bit like, I think someone else was saying like, this was a hell of a callback. Is he the third Basham? There was the Basham brothers from back in the Ruthless Aggression era, and Doug and Danny Basham. I remember they had like long hair, and I think they worked the indie scene. And Jim Cornette, he actually, he was working, I think, like in OVW or something like that. And so for some reason, WWE just wanted them to like shave their heads. And they showed back up to OVW. And then Jim Cornette just took one look at him and was like, what the fuck are you guys doing? And they were like, well, WWE wanted to see what we look like with no hair. What the... We could have sold tickets. We could do a hair versus hair match, and you guys could lose, and then you could shave it then. Why can't you just give them a photo and just edit it to where your hair is gone? And he like made like a big deal about it. But I remember Doug and Danny Basham, and when I saw that comment, is he the third Basham? And it's like, oh God, he really is. And are we seriously bringing back the Bashams again through Karrion Kross? Oh God. Whenever I see a Roman Reigns picture, GIF replied to a AEW tweet that's and instant block. I don't know. I don't know about that. Like, it's weird. So, like, I'm not the biggest fan of Roman Reigns. I'm not the biggest fan of Roman Reigns. I do hate the fact that whatever is in Vince's coffee or something, he clings to particular wrestlers. He loves Brock Lesnar, he loves Roman Reigns, and he loves John Cena so fucking much. And to a lesser extent, Randy Orton. And he constantly clings to certain wrestlers, and it's one of those things to where I don't want to hate Roman Reigns. Because I don't think Roman Reigns is a terrible, terrible wrestler. He's not the greatest, but I don't think he's terrible. And I just hate the fact that creative or Vince, they constantly just go for Roman Reigns, and I just don't get it. I hate Roman Reigns, even now. And so it's one of those things for me, and I can see that, and I can see that. It's just, with me, I'm not like the biggest fan of Roman Reigns, but I hate him, not because it's cool to hate him. I don't hate him because I hate the situation that he's in, to where he's constantly a go-to, and WWE is looking for every nook and cranny to try and get this guy to be just shoved down everyone's throats. That's the part that I hate. And once again, I gotta go to management on it. And it's like, because I think in my eyes, like, Roman Reigns comes off like a character that is like, he's let out of the academy a little bit too early. Yeah, his promo work is not all there, but from what I've seen and heard, it's cleared up. His moveset feels kind of limited, and it probably still is. But besides that, he's like a decent character in my eyes. I don't think he's the greatest in the world, but WWE is going to essentially show you every reason that he is, and I hate that ideology. The way I feel as a wrestling fan is, you have to show everyone why you deserve to be the top guy. I don't feel like a company that just pushes somebody to be in the top guy and we have to accept them as the top guy is the right way to go. And that's what's going on with Roman Reigns. And I see it and I don't accept it, if that makes sense. And by default, I hate it. So, and I just hate the fact that, because Roman Reigns, he probably is a good guy, and he, he can be a better wrestler, but it's just one of those things to where it's like, oh god, dude, WWE creative, they just cling to stuff. And also, for like a lesser extent, it's always like Alexa Bliss and Charlotte, who are also constantly in title pictures, and it's like, can you have a whole roster? You're not gonna use that. Why? And for some reason, WWE creative, they cling to certain wrestlers and they hang on to them for every little bit, and they use them at every possibility. And it's like, it's reasons like this is a reason. Look how big, like, Becky Lynch became over the years. She was always stepped over, always underutilized, always overlooked. And then when she actually showed everyone why she deserves to be the top wrestler, she actually earned and got that top spot, and everyone accepts it. And now she's at a status to where it can't be ignored. She sells merch. She gets the biggest positive reactions. Everyone loves Becky Lynch, and that is awesome. She deserved that top spot. But the problem is, I would hate the fact that whenever they don't know who to go for champion, they're just gonna default to Becky Lynch, and that's what I hate. I hate that default status. Oh, we don't have anything for this guy or her or whatever, and it's like, you got a whole roster. Use it. Utilize it. Because with AEW right now, you have top guys that don't have belts, but they're top guys. Look at how big Darby Allin gets a reaction. Everyone loves the fact that CM Punk and Darby Allin, none of them are champions. None of them are essentially not really doing anything at the moment. But here's this big marquee match that everyone is looking forward to, and I'm one of them. I really want to see how the Darby Allin and CM Punk match turns out, because I want to see, is CM Punk still, does he still have the in-ring ability? Because I could tell from his promo work is there. His promo work is still there. It did not miss a beat. So the CM Punk on the mic, it's there. He still got it on the mic. But what about the in-ring ability? And that's what I want to see. And I want to know if CM Punk is he going to phone it in, or is he actually going to take the time and like train? And because according to what I've heard, his training ability did not skip a beat. So it's there's a lot of questions that I want answered, and I'm going to find out at All Out, because I feel like if CM Punk goes well, CM Punk, you hear it in his promos, especially the one this week, because like before he was talking about Britt Baker in his first promo on Rampage, and then on Dynamite this week, if you listen to that promo, like he's talking about Darby Allin, he's talking about Jungle Boy, and so many other younger wrestlers. And when you hear that, it's like, you see he's trying to get the younger crowd over. And in his position, that's what he needs to do. That's what he has to do. Because he's an older guy, he doesn't need to be, although he probably can help with putting a little bit more prestige to the championship, but obviously he needs to win some matches and all that. So, but CM Punk, he can, a lot of eyes are on the product, and if he puts on a crap match, it's going to maybe shit the bed for everything, and CM Punk's value is going to drop. Hopefully that don't happen. But as a wrestling fan, I'm optimistic, and I think it's very possible that he will put on a good match, and I hope he does. And I think it will be a good match. But there's still that possibility of, what if it's not the greatest match? What if it's not well received? Something or another. What if it's something that's like out of his realm, and it's like, because like a good example of that that I could think off the top of my head is like the Jon Moxley and Kenny Omega match. Like, it was Pyro that like shit the bed for that match, and they put on a banger match. But because of Pyro, everyone's gonna look back on that match and say it sucked. And yeah, the people that did the big explosion apparently all got fired, and they should, and all that stuff. But you know, that's something or another to where it's out of their hands. If the ropes were to snap, and you know, Darby Allin uses a lot of ropes to, you know, for his shtick in his character, so if the ropes snap, like, you know, it kind of brings the match down, it brings the match quality kind of down a little bit because of that. But optimism is very, I will say I am possibly a little optimistic with that match. I want it to do well, because if it does do well, so many more people are going to keep on watching AEW. Like, it felt like for the longest of time, AEW just did not feel like it was hitting the strides that it needed. And now there's not strides being hit, there's momentum behind them. And that's what I love. And because of that, AEW is no longer, well, what if it becomes popular? No, this thing is big, it's popular, it's at the forefront. It's going to be good. It's just, if it ends up with great matches like Darby Allin, sky is the limit. And that is going to be so good. So good. Yeah, the pyrotechnics didn't even get paid. Yeah, that's just an example of what I could think of to where, like, it's out of the wrestler's hands. And I would hate for something like that to happen with Darby Allin and CM Punk, to where, I don't know, lights go out, ropes snap or something. You know, it's going to bring down the quality of the match. But it's one of those things to where, if they could still, like, somehow, even in a bad situation, like, still make it good. I forget where I seen and heard it. I remember hearing about a match with Booker T. I think Booker T had 3 straight matches in a row in WCW. I think it was like a particular pay-per-view, but I forget which one. And, like, he just had 3 matches in a row. And it felt unpredictable. And according to what I've heard, nothing was really scripted for him. He actually, and I think he was actually supposed to lose one of the matches, but one of the guys got injured and he had to win. And so basically, due to injury, it caused Booker T to win 3 straight matches in a row that was not planned to happen. And I thought that was really interesting. And according to what I've heard, someone reviewed it and they said that, like, each match felt new and it felt completely organic, and it felt like a pretty solid match. And knowing that it wasn't supposed to happen like that shows the quality of wrestler that Booker T is. And I'm thinking with Darby Allin and CM Punk, if something does happen, like a rope snap or something, if you hear that they actually still have a very good match and it's very organic, during a bad situation, that would just tell, like, the quality of wrestlers that those two are. So I want to see the Darby Allin and CM Punk match do well, and I wouldn't be surprised if the early stages of that match turn into, like, a Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior kind of type of match. And this is what I mean by that. So if you watch, like, old 90s matches, there are more than a couple of moments to where you have high profile guys in the ring. The crowd is so hot for the match that those guys don't even touch each other for like 3 minutes because the crowd is just on fire for that match. And you got that a lot from, like, Hogan and Ultimate Warrior, and I would not be surprised if, like, for 4 or 5 minutes straight, the crowd is just so hot and these two are just staring at each other the entire time. I wouldn't be surprised if that's, like, how big the match is. And if they get that kind of level of reaction, and if they have that level of a hot crowd, CM Punk and Darby Allin don't really need to do anything, because the crowd is going to be so fire for the match. Every little thing is just going to be so big. Seeing that the match is in Chicago, seeing that it is with Darby Allin, I actually already know probably what's going to happen. I think it's going to come down to a draw, because with those two, Darby Allin has to go over, but you want to leave a crowd happy. So the local hometown hero, CM Punk, he has to go over. So you're in a very awkward position to where the best bet for the both of them, time limit draw. And I think that would be the best way to do the match. I was thinking about, well, if they go to time limit, like what would be the next feud? And I instantly started thinking, I do know CM Punk does have a little bit of beef with Colt Cabana, because those two were longtime friends, and a lawsuit came down on CM Punk, and then somehow Colt Cabana was called in to like testify and stuff, and he thought, oh, well, because CM Punk's a good friend of mine, he's probably going to cover for my lawyer fees, so we're going to be good. And then turns out CM Punk said, no, you got to pay that for yourself. So they went to court again over that, and it kind of ended a little bitter, and they went their separate ways. Colt Cabana wanted to stop wrestling, but he now has to continue wrestling because lawyer fees. And yeah, so, but if water's all under the bridge enough, I could easily see Colt Cabana and CM Punk trying to do like a wink, wink, nudge, nudge. We're still in a heated feud. And according to what I've seen from the Dark Order, they're kind of having a little bit of a split with the Dark Order. Some people are wanting to be full-blown babyface. Others want to be a little bit more heelish. Having Colt Cabana attack CM Punk in one way or another, that might create like an entire new feud between those two. So Colt Cabana and CM Punk having a feud. I remember telling a friend, like, what if they had Colt be like the ref, and maybe that would be like the finish, and it would be like the start of a new feud. And that's the thing about AEW, they do love to start new feuds immediately after a pay-per-view and or the night of. And that was an old thing that WWE used to do, but they don't do that anymore because everyone's on the network. They already got the tickets for them, so they already got the money out of those people, so they don't need to really build anything or anything. Dark Order is overdue for another title run. Uno and Grayson are great together. Dude, well, everyone was kind of shitting on them from the beginning. My first thought was, dude, can you let those two, like, kind of, like, gain a little bit of traction? Get something going? Why is everyone shitting on a painting when the canvas only just has, like, a few paint spots on it? You know, wait until the masterpiece is done before you can judge. Like, why are you shitting on something that's, like, not even fully complete? And from what I saw from Stu Grayson and Evil Uno, all the way back from when AEW was just doing pay-per-views only, before they had their TV deal with TNT, my first thought was, I thought they were pretty good, at least in ring. You could maybe argue over their promos are not that great. Having all those, what do you call them, creatures, or like Dark Order minions, that was a little different to see them, but what was it? I think a Dark Order guy was like hitting the canvas. I remember hearing a story from Stu Grayson that all those wrestlers that were under mask, they were completely shitting on the product. So like a guy is like punching the mat and it was caught on tape. The guys were kind of trained for like indie shows without recordings, so like they treated it like a regular indie show without any tape. But the problem is, when you're on a recorded show, you kind of have like multiple camera angles, so you're being seen all at once, and they were kind of trained to like not wrestle in front of a camera, so they So the people that thought that they were off camera are actually full view. And that created like a whole thing. And I think even Dustin Rhodes said someone needs to fire that guy or fire Dark Order and all this other stuff. And then I remember Stu Grayson saying when people were trying to run in for the save, I was supposed to be the guy that was supposed to like stop the save from happening. All you guys are just supposed to attack the guys that are on the ground, dogpile on them. And people are running in and trying to get the save, and all these guys would just start mobbing them. I'm like, I'm supposed to be the guy that's supposed to get the first touch on them. I'm supposed to look strong here. You guys are shitting on me. And so, like, it created, like, a whole thing to where Stu Grayson has to, like, pull people off of the guy to, like, get the hit. And it created a whole thing. And, like, Dark Order was supposed to be disbanded a long time ago because of all the stuff. Stu Grayson and Evil Uno both thought, we're going to get fired because of how botched our stuff is. People were getting booed all over the place. People don't like us. And when I think about it, when it came to the actual in-ring stuff as tag teams, I thought Stu Grayson and Evil Uno was like some of the best. That finishing mover that they have, the Fatality, I thought that was like one of the best finishing moves ever. You kind of have like a guy, Stu Grayson goes in for like a blockbuster kind of type of move, but it turns into like a cutter. And then like, I think, what is it? Evil Uno's kind of like set up for like a gory special or something like that. And like, I thought the Fatality, double team move, like it looked like a pretty flashy and devastating move. And like, I thought it was pretty badass seeing it, but for some reason, everyone's not thinking about like the in-ring stuff. They're thinking about like the promo work and these Dark Order minions and all this other stuff. And it's like, oh God. And then it took Brody Lee to say, I want to actually be the leader of the Dark Order. And that was not arranged from AEW side. That was all Brody Lee. And Brody Lee said, I want to be the leader of the Dark Order. He volunteered to turn those guys around. And I think it had to do with the fact that he sees like a bunch of hardworking talent try to get over, and everything's just stopping them in their path. And Brody Lee wanted to come in and like, let's turn this around. Let's get everyone behind these guys' backs. And sure enough, like they are now like one of the biggest. So like being the Elite it was originally Matt and Nick Jackson's thing. But now it's like Matt and Nick Jackson and Brandon Cutler, who are like the three guys that are essentially running being the Elite. And then other guys started coming in. I'm not really digging Ryan Nemeth a whole bit with the Cream. I thought that's like stupid and like kind of like not really going anywhere. But on being the Elite, Dark Order, they got over because of being the Elite. And it's even a bit in being the Elite to where it's like, okay, we have to come up with a Dark Order thing because Matt and Nick said you can't be on it, but we're going to release the tapes. I don't want you to release the tapes of me, Brandon Cutler, so I'm going to try and find a way to get you guys on. And so they have like a whole story going on of like trying to get Dark Order back on. And when they're all together, they can do great work. And that's kind of the reason why, oh yeah, and thinking of like vlogs and everything and being the Elite. Oh God, when Fuego del Sol got signed to AEW, that was, when I saw that bit, the whole time I'm like, please tell me it's a swerve. Please tell me it's a swerve. Can we do a bit to where it's like, hey Fuego, here's a contract, but it's actually for CM Punk. Go give CM Punk his contract. Or so. I really wanted it to be a swerve. Only because I think it would be hilarious. Because I don't think anyone on the main roster knows Fuego del Sol and everything about him. And I remember watching Being the Elite, and I remember watching Matt and Nick Jackson during the pandemic. They were doing like a putt-putt golf thing. They have like the Being the Elite championship, and which is kind of no longer a thing. Marco Stunt is supposed to be the champion, but he hasn't really been shown on Being the Elite. Don't know why, but anyway. So, like, I remember they were doing putt-putt golf. They just did this Being the Elite championship and BTE title. And the whole time they're like, okay, well, we need to come up with a new champion. Let's do putt-putt golf, do like a whole tournament thing. And Fuego del Sol kept winning. And I remember at one point, we only hired Fuego del Sol to actually do this. So, like, do we need to hire Fuego del Sol for a couple more weeks? And so, like, the guy was bound to, like, get fired so many times if you watch Being the Elite. And then all of a sudden he started showing up on Sammy's vlog, and it continued on. Master of the Tornado DDT and all this other stuff. And then Fuego, he got over on Sammy's vlog. And if you watch Sammy's vlog, Sammy Guevara, like, he was able to get Fuego del Sol over, and it's continuing to this day of Fuego being around. And it's like they still do wink and a nod reference. You're not supposed to be here. You're the new man on the block. That's newly signed. All this other stuff, and what they did on Being the Elite and Sammy's vlog for the whole thing, like, and then seeing him in his match with Miro, he never hits the Tornado DDT, even though that's supposed to be his finishing move because this guy's a jobber. And the whole time, like, he just gets over, and then all of a sudden he doesn't hit the Tornado DDT not once but like 3 times, and it almost looked like Miro was probably gonna lose to Fuego del Sol. But because he's a jobber, I knew he was gonna get killed by freaking Miro, and then it just became a bit. And then all of a sudden Sammy, like, it was on his vlog and everything, and all of a sudden Fuego del Sol got signed. So did you see the 2K 2020 was published back in March? Push. Oh, it got pushed. Oh shit. No, I didn't hear anything about that. Nah. Now I'm kind of anticipating Take Two 2K WW. I'm kind of anticipating it's not gonna go over too well. I'm thinking it's gonna be a dud, like how the last one was, because the last one wasn't that great and they needed to fix a lot of bugs. I thought I even heard some people was even wanting to play the game because it's so buggy. Like that was the appeal of, like, how buggy the game is. And that's the whole reason. It's you want to play the game to laugh at it. And there are those games out there to where that is the appeal. Ray Civic, I think is the guy's name. He's a YouTuber. And Ray Civic, he actually he's been slowing down on games that he shows off on his channel. He basically does, like, documentaries is essentially what he does. And the last game review that he did was actually of Alpha Protocol, and that game is so buggy, I want to play it. And I want to play it for the bugs. I was thinking about streaming it and everything. I don't know if I want to go through, like, a dry run or a wet run. I was thinking, should I stream it? Should I play it off stream to see how it is, and then, like, redo it on stream? But yeah, that game is so buggy. It's like that's the whole reason to play the game, is to see how buggy it is. And I think the new game that I heard that apparently Ray Civic likes to play because it's so buggy is, I think it's a F1 game, like F1 2020, I think is what it was. And like he does live streams of like him and his friends playing the game, and it's just so bad. People T-posing and like animations is so bad. Oh my god, the Great One did a AEW review. Oh really? You should stream Wrestling Empire. I don't know. I have thought about doing like wrestling streams and sorts, but I don't think I have like a big enough audience wrestling wise to like really like do anything or another. It's one of those things to where I really want to do something with it. I just don't know how that's like organic. And I'm sure there's ways, but it's just, I'm a huge fan of pro wrestling, but I just don't know how to like really like show it off properly, if that makes sense. Like I could like play some of the old wrestling games, but Wrestling Empire is pretty popular with non-wrestling viewers. Is it? Yeah, I'm Dicky. Never heard of him. I mean, it's one of those things to where if I know of something solid for people to like enjoy, I have thought about doing stuff like showing off like Botchamania, because like I would think non-wrestling fans would love Botchamania. But the problem is, if I show off Botchamania, there's a reason why the guy behind it, Matthew, he gets flagged all the time for like pro wrestling stuff because he's showing off pro wrestling content that is kind of fresh. And because some of that is essentially like DMCA stuff, it's one of those things. And plus, some of the stuff that is edited is also stuff that is, well, there's going to be strong language coming out of it. Mostly, the thing about Botchamania that they really like showing off is Booker T in WCW, the classic promo to where, I didn't know this, but apparently Booker T, he doesn't like showing off his street slang. Like, his wife for the longest of time thought he was not into hip-hop and not into rap, and like this guy like grew up on the streets. He listens to fucking rap. And like, so there was a promo in WCW to where he dropped the N-word, and like it was unedited, and it's such a classic scene because right when he says it, he regrets it, and he even looks over at Sherry Martel, who's right beside him, and she just kind of smiles, and like it's a good promo if he played it off like he meant to say it, but he had a look of like instant regret. Like he face palmed on his face, and he just kind of like shrugs it off, and then like and then his brother, who's standing right next to him as well, Stevie Ray, like he is like, he's got his arm crossed, he's like shaking his head like yeah, and the whole time it's like, if Booker T did not have like an instant look of regret, it's actually a pretty decent promo. Even with the N-word, it just shows off like his street style and like, you know, who he is. So it just, for him, it came off naturally, but he doesn't normally say that publicly or to his wife in any way, shape, or form. So when he said that, he was like, oh man, I'm in the doghouse now. So like, he's like, he instantly regrets it. Even though that is how he speaks when he's not in front of the camera. So yeah, every time that you see Booker T on WWE, it's like, yeah, he don't talk like a ducky or whatever the fuck they're trying to tell him to do. So like, and with Botchamania, they like to show off like the botches like that, to where, you know, something stupid and crazy happens, they like to show it off. And if my channel were to show that off, well, you know, I'm gonna have other people perhaps showing off that, or, you know, what have you. But it's, Botchamania is really, really hilarious. It is one of those things to where I think wrestling and non-wrestling fans, I think, would love it. But I can't show it off because if there's any, because like if I show it off, like if the latest Botchamania is out, they're probably going to be showing off SummerSlam, and if I show off any SummerSlam content, I could be DMCA'd and all that stuff. So I'm gonna go. I'm starving. It's all good, man. Appreciate you hanging out with me as always. As you can see, I love to talk about freaking pro wrestling. I'm a huge pro wrestling fan. So anytime to where I can talk about it, it's like, it's just great. So I want to thank you for hanging out with me, man. I really do appreciate it. So get some food. But yeah. Anyway, I'm probably gonna go back to the game here. I forget what the fuck we were all doing because I got to talk about pro wrestling. I love it. But I love Botchamania. Everyone should love Botchamania because it's so fucking hilarious. It really is. Promos and I am the table. Absolutely. Dude, I actually do have some Botchamanias on my channel. Botchamania endings. I actually do have some. You might be able to... I'm not going to play them. Do go over to my channel if you want to see those. I actually do have some Botchamania endings because I thought they were freaking hilarious. I kind of want to show that off a little bit. I'm not going to play them, but like I'll show you like... I think I even have a playlist for them, I think. I think I have a playlist for it. Can I get that playlist? I do have some Botchamania endings. I don't know how many of them I created, but I have like at least one or two, I think. Oh yeah, I was gonna get the one with I think I still haven't edited that one yet. I wanted to show off oh god, he's actually supposed to be in a match between John Moxley, fucking I think it's Kojima. Kojima, he does like these chops like this into the corner, and there was a match in New Japan to where Matt and Nick Jackson are selling the chops, and Adam Cole's in the back, and he's just waving his hands like this. And I thought it would be funny is if you take that bit from Family Guy, wacky waving inflatable tube man, wacky waving inflatable tube man, and then you just show Adam Cole in the back as he's doing the chops. Oh God, yes. Oh, I'm bringing back so many memories. Where the hell is my fucking playlist over here? Oh God, just go to my fucking channel. Oh God. I do want to find that playlist. Can I just type in Botchamania and like would that give me what I'm looking for here? Okay, so oh yes. Yes. I got 3 of them. Wait, I also did that one too. I forgot. Okay, so I don't have its own playlist, but I got 3 Botchamanias, that if anyone wants to, I could probably show off that one, but I don't know. Goddamn DMCA bullshit. Oh, God. I'm gonna post these in chat. Oh, I'm just gonna post these in chat. Where's my stuff? Oh, God. I'm gonna post this crap in chat. Come on. There we go. I don't care. Here's one of my Botchamanias. Oh, come on. Come on, come on. Do that. There we go. So that's one. Let's grab the other. So yeah, I have like 3 Botchamania endings. I tried sending these to Matthew. He never replied back. I guess that's where I stand with Matthew. Anyway. But yeah, those are my Botchamania endings. I really want to show off at least one. I don't know if I can. Oh god, they're so funny. But yeah, do please check out my Botchamania endings. I did that out of boredom. I actually did do it out of boredom. Okay. Anyway. What were we doing? We're playing a video game, I think. I love playing me a video game. I crossed that bridge that led to the new island.
So this is the 3rd island. The ambiance is completely different compared to the previous islands.
The residences and ruins are all in shambles, but it barely feels like a resort. And not just that, there's definitely no sign of any people here either. It feels a little dangerous. Somehow it might be better to proceed cautiously. Okay, so just like before, we got a new place here. So let's see what's up. We have a legit hospital? I'm guessing Fuyuhiko isn't in here. Looks like this place is the hospital's lobby. The ambiance feels like something out of a horror film. I definitely don't want to be a patient here. Hajime? Holy sh... I'm sorry I scared you. Well, don't pop out of the woodwork like that. By the way, I want to turn up the audio just a little bit, because we might get dialogue randomly, maybe. But don't worry, even if you have a heart attack from getting too scared, this is a hospital after all. The moment I have a heart attack, I'll definitely have something I need to be worried about. This hospital is a little strange. I can't find any doctors, nurses, or patients anywhere. Just as I thought, here too. Damn it, there's no one here either. What's going on with this island?
But...
I notice all the medical supplies are still here. I'm not sure they'll be useful unless we check them. Okay. That means I need to go back and check them, right? Understood. I'll go ahead and do that in a flash, so please don't hate me. You need a hug! Mikan frantically ran to the other end of the dark hall and disappeared, making a huge fuss as she left. I guess that means it's okay to leave this place to her, huh? You want to talk about your deities? Or divas? All of the people, it seems I've immersed myself in nostalgia. This place is similar to the place where the mark of defeating the devil was carved into my body long ago. The mark of defeating the devil.
How pitiful.
I have said too much. Forget what you heard for your sake. He was the one who volunteered that information, and now he's already telling me to forget it. Hospital hallway? Bulletin. Outside. Try going down the hallway, I guess? Okay, so that's where a meat can is. I guess we leave. Alright. Titty type. What the fuck is this? Is this a strip club? Music venue. This building with its gaudy and tasteless neon lights obviously looks suspicious. Dude, this looks like a fucking strip club. I can't say for sure there's no danger. I should cautiously check what's inside. If this is a music hall, oh, Buki will be over the moon for this. But with a name like that, it's a strip club, dude. You found your calling. What the? Why are you shouting so suddenly? Don't surprise me like that. The truth is, so overwhelmingly that I can't help shouting out.
That's totally it!
Because this is a music venue, right? Yeah, looks like it.
I love music!
I never expected to find a music venue. I can't help feeling excited. Never expected to find a music venue. I can't help feeling excited.
Huh?
Didn't I just say that twice?
Huh?
Did I just say that twice? Oh god, you really are Malkavian, aren't you? Are you okay? You are giving off a weird vibe.
No problemo!
And she's gonna say that again, right? Not at all, I'm totally fine.
No problemo!
Not at all, I'm totally fine.
Crap!
And she's gonna say that again, right? Did I just say that twice again?
Crap!
Did I just say that twice again? So I'm guessing when she gets really, really excited, she says stuff twice. You don't look very okay. Man, with a venue like this, Ibuki has no choice to lend a helping hand. This is just the beginning. I'll invite everyone to feel this wonderful feeling. It's like the smug feeling you get when you explain something with an elaborate metaphor no one understands. I feel like I understand, but at the same time, I don't understand. Oh well, if you've really taken a liking to this music venue, I'll leave you to investigate it. Leave it to me! Like, let me bite you. I'm tired. I should hurry up and go check out another place. Why is Sonia here?
Amazing!
What an splendid place, Hajime. This must be the fabled disco. No. Disco? It is where hip youngsters wear feather fans and tight clothes as they dance their go-go's and lemabas? I have no clue what Sonia is talking about. I mean, it's music, but it's not the same music you're thinking of. Yeah, if it feels like there's nothing really to talk about, we are just gonna skip it. Storage room. Staff only. We're gonna check what's inside. We're not gonna leave it to Ibuki? Damn! A lot of different instruments here, including drum sets and guitars. Looks like there's stage design stuff too. Paint, stage, lights, wallpaper, curtains. I guess there's nothing special here we need right now. Yeah, you got your drum sets all over here. Check out the monitor. Shelves. Musical instruments. Surveillance cam. Oh, you even have the guitar straps over here. I'm guessing this will be like carpet to like lay down for the stage to give it like its own look. Got your amplifiers in the back. Stage lights. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. I guess we leave. That outside really looks like a place you should see in, like, Vampire Masquerade or something. Wait, what was the other option? We had 3 options? What were they? Oh, cancel. Okay, yeah. I thought it was gonna be like, go to the beach or something. Motel? It's a small building with guest accommodations and a parking lot. This is supposed to be a motel, right? I've seen them before in movies, but it's my first time actually seeing one in person. You never saw a motel before? What a rundown motel. It looks pretty unsanitary, too. It's just like Hajime's house. You've never seen my house. I didn't know you were here. You don't stand out at all, so I didn't notice you. This place is seriously run down. It's like the perfect home for minimum wage workers. That's a bit harsh, don't you think?
But
We gotta make sure we check it out thoroughly. It's possible that there might be a clue here. If you think so, why don't you go inside and look around instead of standing around here doing nothing?
hey,
You're probably too vulgar to get this, but there's a saying. Praise a fool and you may make him useful. What's that supposed to mean?
so...
Akane was checking out the inside after I gave her a little prey. She got really excited about it. A dumbass like her is pretty rare, so we gotta make sure she's treated well. God, you go right for the craw. If her rotten attitude is this extreme, I can't really take it personal. You are evil! And my nose is wanting to run like crazy. One second. My nose! The cottages are good enough, huh? Okay. So we actually are not going to be going in here at all. Okay. I guess we leave. No reason to stay. I guess we could check in with Akane if there is anything that happens or comes up. Hey, what? Electronics store? Bunch of street booths filled with electronic appliances at the back narrow alleyway. Machines, other parts are cluttered together on display. It definitely seems fishy, but wait. With this many machines, we probably find something we could use two-way communication, right? Dude, I see a full-fledged computer, dude. Okay, so where's the mechanic where we need one? Maybe he might know a little bit about computer engineering. Looks like it's best if I search around here. Pile of oversized trash. It turned on? Tried to see if it would connect to the internet. It's no use. Looks like it's not connecting. It's no way it'd be that easy, but just when I was about to give up, my eyes noticed a strange icon arranged on the desktop. Yosemite X file. What is this? Without thinking, I clicked that strange name icon. A document file based on the format. It looks like it's some kind of report. About the biggest, the most awful, most tragic event in human history. This horrendous event, organized with something, the students of Hope Peak Academy, the students of the Reserve Department, dissatisfied with being treated. Are they gonna talk about the events from the first game? Because I remember, I think that was the exact language too. The most tragic event in human history. And we already kind of discovered what all of that was in the first game. I'm not gonna mention it just in case if anyone hasn't played the first game, but yeah. Also, one sec. But yeah, that's almost kind of like a wink and a nod to the first game a little bit. So I wonder if that's going to be brought up at all. Let's get across the words displayed on the screen. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. How this event originated? With some students of Hope Peak Academy causing a revolt. The students of the Reserve Department were dissatisfied with being treated differently than the primary department and began to fight the academy. At first, the dispute was confined to the campus, and the hopes were high that it would settle down someday. But those things quickly escalated. Behind the scenes of that rebellion, a huge authority was certainly influenced. Eventually, it spread like an infection, provoking riots in various parts of the world. It was unlike any previous act of terrorism or coup. It seemed to have a much different purpose. However, no matter what was assumed, we simply cannot apply reason to this sort of movement. Nevertheless, the destruction is not chaotic or disorganized. It is both purposeful and malicious. Therefore, it is a subversive movement full of despair. Hope's Peak Academy became the origin of the incident and was forced to put an end to their long history. As for the students who survived, they were forced to kill each other as a lesson in despair. It's no use, those words are garbled to read beyond this point. But what is this?
Boy, tough crowd.
How normal? It's not normal like a dog barking. It's such a normal reaction that it's actually quite novel.
Now I'm really angry.
Oh, I bet you are. Hey, can't you react with more gusto? Don't you know how very, very important this scene is? Could it be, were you the one who created this file?
What's this?
My, what makes you think that? Because it's obviously the only thing I could think of. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, riots in various parts of the world, and Hope Peak Academy is getting destroyed. And it sounds like something stupid you make up. And what's Hope's Peak Academy Reserve Department? I've never even heard of that before.
What?
Huh? Really? That's weird. Of all people, you should have definitely be the only one who knows about it. What do you mean? I guess you forgot it. Along with the memories of your school life. So it can't be helped. While we are on the subject of stupid things, that file said something about students who survived? Is it referring to us? Then the rest of that file is...
Hey!
Hold on a second, you guys.
Hey!
What the heck have you guys been talking about? It doesn't make any sense. Movies with no images, music, or sound, novels with no words. These are things that truly don't make any sense.
What are you saying?
So you can't say something that simple doesn't make any sense. Who cares about that? Just answer me. Who are the students who survived?
No.
I wouldn't know any important story like that, because the only thing that I'm good for is being cute. And fat, if I might add. Damn it, he ran away again. Hey, Hajime. Don't worry about it. It's going to be fine. I'm sure he's making all that up. That's it. It's definitely it. I don't think anything's going to come of this, so... What is this? So many machines, just looking at them, I have no clue what they are used for. I think I see cell phones, but I can't make out. I don't really recommend that section. What do you mean? I'm pretty sure amateurs won't really get it. All that stuff there, it's all machines used for stuff like wiretapping and recording secret videos. Looks like there's some ancient-looking surveillance cameras too. Machines used for recording secret videos? Yeah, don't get it twisted. I have the mechanical knowledge of these things. I've never actually used them before, and alright. No one said you did. Hey, speaking of surveillance cameras, we are being constantly videotaped and wiretapped by Monokuma, right? Like, I'm kinda jealous because what does he see when he's watching Miss Sonia? Says he's never used them before. If I let him be, he's the type of person who would eventually use them. Oh, she has to be here if there's a video game area. There's a lot of electronic appliances in this mess, including home appliances and acoustic equipment. Well, here's a cell phone. Even with all the variety of paperweights. Should I be afraid of this? That looks like live electricity, just... That don't look safe. And I just noticed this one over here, too. Somehow it looked like she's fishing things out of a pile of electronic appliances. Chicky, what happened? Are you looking for something?
Well,
Yeah, I was wondering if there are any game consoles in here. Sometimes old hardware is treated like junk. So that's what you're doing. I already have a TV in my cottage, so it doesn't have to be a non-portable device. I'll settle for anything. You're an ultimate gamer, of course you would settle for anything. If you do something, let me know. I'll help you carry it back to your cottage.
yep.
Yeah, I will. I don't want to play video games for a while. I'd rather not be reminded of a previous incident. I guess that's it. Man, my nose. Keep thinking it's fine, and then just keeps coming back. Hold on. Anyway, alright. Oh yeah, I should probably check up on my pet. Check up on the pet. We definitely need more presents. Why does that look like a luchador mask in the background there? Movie theater? The Wizard of Monami? The fuck?
Welcome!
Apparently welcome. You are currently showing right now, so please wait 5 minutes for the next showing to start. Showing? What do you mean?
What are you saying?
Are your eyes just for show? Look around. Is this a movie theater, right?
Of course.
Then I'm obviously showing a movie. Showing a movie. Well, I guess there's no need to even ask. Are you just gonna say this in the next motive, right? Just like the Twilight Syndrome murder case? I'm definitely not gonna watch your movie, whatever it is. I am never going to see it. My goodness, and I was thinking about giving you an invitation ticket. But I won't allow you to not watch it. I went to a lot of trouble to make this movie. If you don't watch it, I'm gonna be sad. I'm sure your movie is no different than that game you made.
No, no.
That game was a shabby piece of crap. But this movie is definitely a masterpiece. Anyway, as long as I refuse to allow it, you will never have a chance to not watch it.
I am Monokuma!
On this island, my word is law. If I don't watch it, what are you gonna do about it?
What the heck?
There's no way I'll allow such reckless behavior. There's no way I would allow it, but
What are you gonna do?
I'll forgive you if you purchase a Monokuma sticker at the goods counter over there. Monokuma sticker. It's a video game poster. It looks interesting. I'm definitely gonna buy that. Why does it look like it's, my hero?
I knew you could do it.
Huh? Goods corner.
Sorry. Wah-wah? What do you...
Hemp cloth with Monomi's face.
No.
Did that catch your eye? It's an all-purpose tote bag useful for a variety of common tasks. It's a limited item, only one person can have it. By the way, apparently tote bags were originally invented to carry around ice. So how about it? Want to buy it? I'll pass. Yeah, I thought you'd say that. I'll just be up front with you. I cut a lot of corners making that thing. That's too up front. Is this the sticker you were talking about? I'm sorry, I was born stupid. It's not funny, and I don't understand its purpose. How half-assed is this?
Actually...
To tell you the truth, this is a very lucky sticker I received from a wandering miracle-working priest. And it could be yours for the special price of only $1.5 million. 1.5 million? Don't mess with me. I don't even have that kind of money. Then you can pay me back when you get off this island. If you don't like it, you always just watch my... Fine, I'll pay it.
I don't believe it!
I'm surprised! As long as I can pay it after I get out of here, I'll pay everything. Even $1.5 million.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
You are the first person to ever pay $1.5 million for this sticker. In other words, you really want to watch my movie, huh? That makes me sad, panda. I mean Monokuma. But if I'm gonna make a huge profit, it's okay. I'm a mascot who has a hobby of counting money, after all. You are the worst mascot ever.
Here!
Come on, take it, thief, and slap it on your forehead, thief. Take advantage of this divine opportunity, thief. The sticker I received was even thinner and more cheap looking than I thought it would be. It's like a prize from a box of candy. Did I really agree to pay so much money for this piece of crap? Maybe I'm a little crazy. Oh there, looks like The showing is over. Alright. I'm gonna collect those questionnaires. This moment, Monokuma started humming and skipped away toward the door leading into the theater. Slam! The door opened violently and one person appeared from within. Nagito?
Hey! Hey!
Nagito, please answer my questionnaire.
Jeez.
It doesn't matter if I answer it. That movie was so boring, it was torture. Minutes felt like weeks while I was watching it.
Yes!
Well, I guess that's what art is, because it's not really art unless it surpasses common sense. I thought it was going to be another motive, but I guess that's not the case. What a letdown. If money would have settled this, I should have just settled with the money. I was so depressed, the movie must have been really, really bad. I definitely made the right call by not watching it. Aw, we can't go in there? Well, my character doesn't want to watch it, but I kind of do. Because I want to see how terrible it is. You know, that's actually a thing in this day and age. Hold on, Miss Sonia. I have something I wanted to say. And that is, in this day and age, people want to watch shit sometimes. Because why else is WWE so popular? Hajime, over here, please hold on. Sonia, did something happen?
Well?
Just now, I went to the hospital and it appears Mikan made a very serious discovery at the hospital. A very serious discovery at the hospital. It's not strange drugs or thick needles or anything like that, right? Hajime, it appears you are the same as me. Huh? It is the same as if I turn around, he's there. But I also remember that person in the wind. What are you talking about? Jeez, are you so unrefined? It is Japanese legendary medical drama. That Person in the Wind aired in 1984 and set the standard for every trendy drama that followed.
Well?
It is a righteous rookie doctor and an elite senior doctor who fight over their mutual love interest. Actually, the lead actor and actress got married in real life. Hold on, why do you know so much about old Japanese medical dramas? Wait a second! Wait a second! In the US, I think there is like an old drama that was like, that's still around to this day, that's like really, really popular, I think. And I think that was the... I think she just mentioned the plot to the same show. But I forget the name of that old show, though. I heard of it, but I never had any interest in watching it, and... yeah. Seemed like it was something hospital something. That actually kind of sounds familiar. I think like my mom watched it or something. I forget. But yeah, apparently it was like a really popular drama that's, I think, still going to this day. And I think it was like around since like the 70s or 80s or something. which also fits in the same timeline. Anyway, please hurry. We will be waiting at the patient's room at the back of the hospital first floor. Patient's room at the back of the hospital first floor. I really don't understand, but I might as well head over to the hospital.
Hello there.
You're late, Hajime. Looks like you are the last one. I was just with you, dude. Are the others already here?
Yep.
There are patient rooms lining the hallway, but everyone is apparently gathered in the room in the very back. You are not going with them. Miss Sonia, as expected from the Ultimate Princess. One sec. Man, my nose is really stuffed. She reportedly asked me to come. She's very much in touch with the feelings of us common folk. Nevertheless, I know my place and I'm not reckless enough to go along with her. Since she's going to be such a touching scene, a worthless thing like me would just be a nuisance, right? A touching scene? Hajime, I'm jealous of you. Jealous of me?
Hey.
I don't know what your talent is, but you are showing no distress. You are even opening up to everybody.
Great.
That must mean you have a lot of confidence in yourself, right? Are you being sarcastic?
Well.
Nope, not at all. But still, I do wonder what sort of talent you really possess. Since you've dragged it out this long already, I'm sure it must be an important, magnificent talent. Who knows? It's not like it's my fault for dragging this out. You're right.
Sorry.
I'm sorry for stopping you for such a foolish conversation. Please go on ahead, take care. After that, what did he really want to say to me? Okay, I guess we go to the far back. The hell? Wait, isn't it on the first floor? I think it's in the far back first floor, right? I can hear voices on the other side of the door. Sounds like they are all really here, but what are they doing here? I had a feeling something bad was happening again. Cautiously, I opened the door. Huh? I couldn't help raising my voice.
What? You all look like you've seen a ghost.
Hiko, are you alright?
It's just a scratch.
That's not a scratch at all, though.
Well, I'm relieved to see you. I was worried you were done for.
There's no way I'd die from something like this. There's no way I can die.
I was actually thinking he wasn't going to be here. As like, what the hell? Like, you know, what if he is here? But I didn't actually think he was actually going to be here. Earlier I asked Monokuma, and he showed me his medical records. There's a lot of sword-related wounds. I would think there would be. But they were related light wounds. No organs or nerves were damaged. Considering how fiercely he was attacked, this is pretty miraculous. Damn my nose. You are a ballsy one. Is this what's called having the devil's luck?
Is that so?
Who knows? Maybe it was luck. Maybe it wasn't luck.
Well?
Maybe Pico gave her life to protect Fuyuhiko.
Are you serious?
She protected him while she was getting attacked by the horde of Marie Antoinette's.
But still.
But she really wanted to protect Fuyuhiko at all costs. It's not strange to think that she would have done that. No, I think it's better if we think about it like that.
You
think so too, right, Fuyuhiko? That must have been what you thought. There's no way you can die, right?
Who knows?
After forcing out those words, Fuyuhiko turned in his bed away from us. And then stopped talking. Thankfully, Fuyuhiko should rest here for a while. His wounds haven't fully healed, so it'd be bad if he exaggerated himself. No need to worry, I'll take care of him for the time being. I mean, that's what nurses are for.
now then.
You hear that, Fuyuhiko? Just relax and get some sleep.
Leave it to me.
I'll be the one who avenges you.
That's obviously wrong.
Seriously, he's not dead. You shouldn't. You know, talk so loudly in front of the injured?
Hold on.
Kane Fuyuhiko has finally come back to us. You better not do anything reckless. I can't stand the thought of losing someone any longer.
Move.
I know that. I just have to win, right?
This is bad.
She doesn't understand at all.
Then
Do whatever you want. Nikamaru,
sheesh.
you are the kind of woman who refuses to listen once her mind is made up. I know that all too well. So do whatever you want. I don't care about you anymore. However, I'm not going to do it to you again.
Huh?
It? Please keep your voices down. You are the loudest one here.
Hey!
Wait a second, Nekomaru. It was my first time. I never thought something that feels so good even existed in this world. I know you're talking about sparring, but Jesus Christ. My body still hasn't forgotten, and now you are saying you are just gonna stop all of a sudden? Phrasing! I know you're talking about training and sparring, but with your phrasing, it don't sound like that.
It's hot.
Look, my body's getting all hot again just thinking about it.
Hey, hey!
You're kidding me. Is it what I think it is? Training. Sparring.
Huh?
If you're not going to heed my warning, it's unfortunate, but it must come to an end. As he spat those words, Nekomaru left the patient's room.
Wait!
Hold on a second, I can't live without it. It's not sex, but you are so wanting it to be, don't you, game? With a voice that sounded like it wanted to cling on to Nekomaru, Akane rushed out of the patient's room.
Oh my!
I wonder what the hell was... I wonder what that was all about. Training. Sparring. It's finally quiet. It's such bad manners to raise your voice inside a hospital.
How pitiful.
Humans are such foolish creatures. Oh, I didn't notice you were here. Hiyoko. It's nothing. Something definitely wrong. I mean, she's glaring really hard at Fuyuhiko. Possibly because he helped kill Mahiru. But I guess it makes sense. Fuyuhiko is the only one who got Mahiru killed by Pico. And Hiyoko was nearly framed as the killer, as her killer. There's no way she's just going to get over that. What are you making such a scary face?
You know, right?
Like, no matter what it means, it's... right? He's still talking about that?
Hey, hey, hey!
Suspicious. It's definitely suspicious.
Uh,
All we gotta do is follow them. You think so too, right? A fire that didn't need to be started has become a towering inferno.
I see, I see.
So Pico's last will was properly inherited by Fuyuhiko. It's romantic, but it's so sad. I shall put my heart and soul into my song. If you make any loud noises, Mikan, going to be mad at you. Did you say something? Now you are too quiet. I can't hear you at all. Oh well, I think I should just leave her be. Please leave Fuyuhiko to me. I will make sure he's nursed back to health.
I'll do my best.
I'll do my very best to nurse him back to health so I won't be hated. She's still glaring. For now, we decided to call it a day and head back to our cottages. Walking around all day wore us out, but the exhaustion we felt must have always been a feeling of relief. I arrived at my cottage much earlier than usual, and I fell into a deep, deep sleep.
What are you thinking?
You admire superheroes. Don't you understand what superheroes are like? Superheroes live to stop people from achieving their hopes and dreams, you know. They immediately attack people in groups because they don't have many friends themselves, you know. They are all short-tempered and say stuff like, "Now I'm mad," and won't forgive you, and laugh, you know. They are lazy people who will run away once the other guy starts fighting back, you know. They are willing to use weapons even if they are fighting someone who is alone or unarmed, you know. They are always the winner, so they don't know what it's like to have a weakling's worries, you know. And they like to wear flashy costumes, you know. Which means they are all a bunch of smart, good-looking, violent, stubborn, elites who don't have many friends.
Emergency! Emergency!
Do you really want to admire people like that?
Ahem! Hope's Peak Academy School Trip Executive Committee has an announcement to make. Good morning, everyone! Looks like today is gonna be another perfect tropical day! Now then, let's show some enthusiasm and make sure to give it our all today!
You. It's been a while since I've slept a lot. My head feels clearer thanks to that. Right, I should head over to the restaurant. I wonder if I should end it now, or head over to the restaurant and see what's up, then call it. Yeah, I think we'll do that. So I think what we'll do is we'll head over to the restaurant, and I think we'll call it, I think that's what we'll do. I think that's what we'll do. Good morning, Mikan.
Hello.
Hajime, good morning. It's almost time to meet with everyone at the restaurant, right? Yeah, I was about to go as well. I'm so glad I went back to check on Fuyuhiko, so I thought I was late. I see, you are so busy this morning. Not at all, I'm only useful in situations like this anyway. How's Fuyuhiko doing? Well, it might be better to ask you at the restaurant when everyone's together. I understand. Then I shall go ahead. Go on ahead. I guess I should go to the restaurant. Damn, so many people to talk to.
Your voice is too soft.
Project your voice from your stomach. Jeez, does he have to be like this in the morning? Good morning. Alright, now your voice will reach the sun.
Oh.
And to our departed, Mahiro and Pico. Are you also gonna mention Barakua and the chef? Churu? You are right, I'm sure they heard it.
Huh?
I'm just a mere team manager, therefore I don't know anything about art. However, when I saw Mahiru's photos for the first time, my vulgar heart was greatly shaken. Truly, this is a splendid thing. It's a pity what happened to Mahiru, but I will never forget how she taught me the value of art. Yeah, I'll never forget it either. Tell me about your divas. Gundam. For you to actually greet me in the morning, I praise your admirable endeavor, slave. When did I ever become your slave?
How pitiful.
Speaking of slaves, Pico, too, was a foolish soul. Huh?
Fine.
I accept her desire to merely remain her owner's loyal tool. However, that's a limitation of base creatures. My 4 dark divas of destruction are not tools, nor are they slaves.
Let's go, Jumpy, Magazi, Sandy, Champi!
They are healthy underlings and also friends whose loyalty is matched by their devotion to military rule. At times we clash over our ideals and our tempers flare, but that only bolsters our power and allows us to reach greater heights. This is why I will one day exist as the supreme overlord of this world.
Stay back.
Just as I thought, apparently it's too difficult for a simple human to understand. Friends, huh? I think he's saying something very cool, but the fact that his friends are hamsters is a bit problematic. I want to talk to the Malkavian. What's happening? I want to listen. Huh?
Emergency!
I want to listen to songs by Ibuki's favorite artists. There's no TV or radio here, you know? I am starving to death from music deprived. I feel you. Like, if I was stranded on a desert island, man, like, if I can't listen to freaking music, I think I'll go insane. That's like the one thing I think I need in my day-to-day life. I need freaking music, dude. I can live without TV, I can live without internet, but if you take my freaking music away, I lose everything. Don't they sell CDs at the supermarket?
This is going nowhere.
They do, but there's only the classics and the usual mainstream pop. I know, right? Right, at this moment, new albums are flopping out all over the world. Man, if only someone bought me a sweet CD they found on the floor. A CD, huh? If I ever find one, I should tell Ibuki about it. Okay, so that's the thing. Yo, Hajime. Good morning.
Hey!
You're looking better than usual. Everyone I met is like that too. Did something happen? But Yuhiko is safe, that's probably why. I don't know why, but I also feel like I can eat more delicious food than usual. Speaking of which, why don't I challenge my limits? I'm gonna eat everything in the restaurant. I bet she'll start taking other people's food. Even though she's not aware of it, Akane definitely looks happy too.
Jeez!
Are you gonna cry now? Because Fuyuhiko's alive? Doesn't it feel like we are forced to meet up at the restaurant every morning? To see how we're all doing? Absolutely. It should be a thing. There's something I need to find at the supermarket today. Something to find. Want me to help you? It's fine. I'm just gonna look for a camera and I'll probably find it really fast.
Jeez!
How annoying. I said I would help. You're gonna be a bitch about it. Whatever. Goddamn stupid bitch. Let's talk to the gamer. Morning. What happened? You don't sound that excited. Kazuichi's playing that arcade machine over there. You can just play it together. I played one match with him earlier. He told me to give it my all, so I did, and I got yelled at for winning a flawless victory. He said I was childish for playing serious against an amateur. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of hate it when there's people that's like, you know, give me your all, and the whole time they like get their asses handed to them, and it's like they call you out for being like a tryhard. There's a difference of like go at your all and then like try and have like a friendly competition, or maybe not friendly competitions is the word I'm looking for, but like you kind of pace yourself to their standard, if that makes sense. Kazuichi, I wondered which one's more childish. Oh no, I wanted to talk to Kazuichi. Oh, I bet he was gonna tell me that he got his ass kicked and all this other stuff. The faces of everyone who gathered at the restaurant all looked somewhat lighthearted. Everyone must be really happy that Fuyuhiko's safe.
Then...
The day ended halfway yesterday, so let us try to put together our information about the new island.
Jeez!
In the end, we couldn't even find a way to escape from this island, right? Seriously, you guys are useless.
Yes!
But there's a music venue.
I see.
I got that, but what about the clues that were really needed? Clues like information about this island or anything that might help us understand what's happening to us. In the town with all those machines, I found a clue contained with a file inside of one of the laptops. You saw that too? I was told about that by Nagito, so I checked it as well.
This, too, must be the will of causality.
I saw it too. It's about the fact that Hope's Peak Academy has already been destroyed. Hope's Peak Academy has already been destroyed?
Wow.
It's probably just another one of Monokuma's pranks. There's no way Hope Peak Academy would fall. But even if it is a prank, it's not something he should be allowed to do. As a symbol of hope getting destroyed, it's not something you should even joke about. Well, if you are still wondering about it, it might be better if you just confirm it yourself. If I remember to do it, I'll give it a try.
How pitiful.
So basically, on that island, we found no way to escape, nor any useful clues this time around. Hold on, this time again, not this time around. You don't have to correct us each time. However, it is not all bad news. Fuyuhiko will be able to return to us. That guy pisses me off, but it sure makes me happy to think that he's gonna come back to us. He's recovering extremely well, so I'm pretty sure he can be discharged from the hospital in 1 week. However, he's probably lost the use of his right eye forever. He totally deserved that.
Man.
Aren't you going a little too far? Man, I sure did eat. I'm stuffed today, too.
Sheesh.
You certainly eat a lot without even listening to what the others are saying. Okay then, since I'm stuffed, I'm gonna go train now.
Oh?
Train? You say? You hate training. How rare of you.
Yo.
If I don't do it, I won't get stronger. I have to do it. Bye now.
Oh my!
She's like really pumped up.
Huh?
I hope she's not thinking about doing anything bad. With that, our morning meeting ended, and we all went back to our cottages. Free time! Now then, what should I do today? That's where we're gonna end the stream. Wait, I should check out my pet. Need to check out my pet. Alright. Let's go ahead and save. And yeah, I think today's done. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to save a new slot. Damn it. Oh well. Anyway. Yeah. I think we're done here. Gonna be heading out. Let me do that one last and final save. Oh, F4. Alright. Yeah, so basically okay, that was weird. I thought that was charging the entire time. That needs to stop. Okay. Apparently my phone here was not... I thought it was being charged and it wasn't. Funny how that is. Okay. Yeah, so I think I'm going to do my usual stuff. I do this for lurkers and all that stuff. Okay. So yeah, next stream will be tomorrow, and we'll be continuing Danganronpa 2, and Yeah, better do that for Han, just in case if he's lurking. You might still be here. So, yeah. I want to thank everyone for showing up to the stream. And I do want to thank everybody for hanging out with me, all that great stuff, what have you. Today was awesome. I do want to thank everybody. It was great. So, I love you guys. As long as my voice holds up, we'll be doing Danganronpa tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday as well. I want to make up for the 2 days that I took a day off because of the air conditioning being out at my place, so everything was like 90 degrees. It sucked ass, and I hated everything. So, yeah, I'm kind of making up for that, so that's why right now I am going to be doing some Danganronpa today and Monday. I don't normally stream on Fridays, but today is one of those days, so I think I might even tweet out and put in Discord. Done for today. I don't stream on Fridays usually. Okay. Most likely a morning stream. I'll probably do another morning stream tomorrow. I kind of prefer to do morning streams a little bit, but, I mean, if my internet's not working properly, you know, there's nothing I can really do about that. And for some reason, I forgot to put in the words morning stream. How about that? Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and tweet this, but I'm also going to... I also screwed that up. I forgot to undo that. Well, now we need to say it's tomorrow. BM. Rampa 2, Goodbye Despair. Yeah, I kind of screwed that up. Oh well. It's all good. But yeah. I'm kind of done for today. I will be continuing Danganronpa tomorrow for the weekend as it continues. As long as my voice holds up, we'll be continuing Danganronpa. And let's see, after the weekend... Yeah, so I think I could say we will be doing Watch Dogs 2 probably on Wednesday, I think. I think I'm going to call it now. We're going to be doing Danganronpa, or excuse me, not Danganronpa. We're going to be doing Watch Dogs 2 on Wednesday. Yeah. So, one sec, bam, there we go. So yeah, but until then, we'll be doing Danganronpa, trying to get through the story. I don't know, I don't know how far we'll be able to get. We'll probably get 2 or 3, free time, to, like, talk to people, in normal day-to-day stuff in Danganronpa, so there'll probably be 2 or 3 more, free time moments in the game. I don't, usually there will be like a cutscene, in between the, free time days. So usually we'll get like free time, and then we'll talk to somebody. We'll probably get free time again. We could either probably talk to the same person or someone different, and then usually we'll get like a cutscene, and depending on how long those cutscenes, we could probably get through 2 or 3 of those per stream, maybe. And that would dictate whether or not we will be able to basically get to the next class trial. So basically, I think it's possible that either Sunday or Monday we might be able to do, we might be able to get to the 3rd class trial, I think. So, yeah. And also, I should probably point out we will be doing the investigation and then the class trial, actually. But anyway, I think you guys get the idea of what I'm saying. But yeah. Anyway, trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to bring up, but I think not. And even if there is anything else to bring up, it's probably going to be pro wrestling stuff, and yeah. Unless I just want to... I don't know if I could do this properly, but I guess I could also, because I'm a huge fan, to show off this. That's actually a pretty good shot, just for... I don't know if I could get everything in. I'm just a huge fan, I had to show that off. Anyway. But yeah, I'm done for today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for some more Danganronpa. And yeah, having a lot of fun playing this game. Ibuki is like easily like one of my favorite characters. I have no clue what's going to be happening in the next class trial. I think because she's pissed, I wouldn't be surprised if Hiyoko gets her... we are seeing there is a little bit of tension between Fuyuhiko and Hiyoko for what happened. So I wouldn't be surprised if she goes crazy and starts doing stuff or another. I could also maybe see maybe Akane being a little aggressive, and somehow that turns into something. But yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting to see how the game pans out over the weekend. So, place your bets on who's next, so to speak. But anyway, guys, I love you all, and I think I'll see you guys tomorrow for some more Danganronpa. Alright, guys. Born to lose, live to win. I love you all, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for some Danganronpa. Alright, guys. Later. Montanay.